to talk about professional wrestling.
Nobody knows the whole story, so I'll tell you.
How about you, Jason?
Oh, this is like a murder room. This is great.
Lots of black sex magicians out there, right?
And look down like, what the fuck? Oh, we're gonna just do it this way and nobody's gonna stop us.
I want to show that a real champion has to do things for the community, for your people, for other women, you know?
In this business, what you sell is emotions. If you manage to get people invested, you did it.
That's for sure some videotapes.
It's time for another MMMshow. Ooh!
Welcome to another edition of Mass Mats and Mayhem. I'm your host, Justin Outlaw Harvey. You can find me on social media at JustinHarvey75. You can find the entire show on social media at MMMshow75. Coming in hot today with my man Tony Allen over there. Tony Allen, how you doing, brother?
Doing good, man. Just a lot of wrestling happening.
He's excited. We decided right before the show that Tony likes to intimidate people when he can.
Wait, what?
To that tonight.
Why would you put that out there? But yeah, if you do something wrong, I will go and put on a black hat.
He's a black hat bad guy. It's all good.
Yeah.
Downtown Julie Brown. No, it's Meatloaf at Meatloaf. What's going on?
Hello. It's spring here now, I think. So the sun's been out.
So here is the deal. I want to talk about WWE, and there's a reason why I want to talk about WWE, because I want to say some bad things about WWE. You want to know why I want to say some bad things about WWE? Because I think they need to be said, and I think they've earned those bad things that they're going to get from us tonight and from lots of other people out there.
Yeah. You got it.
I mean, it's to the point where it's like, look, man, gas prices are high. There's some things going on in the world, and I just want to be entertained. And if you can't entertain me with your program, why the hell am I going to spend thousands upon thousands of dollars to enjoy your product? Why am I going to do that? I'm not going to do that. So there's a few things I want to touch on today. I got to touch on the Seth Shuffle because what
the fuck?
Why did we do that? We'll get into it. I mean, cue yakety sax and the Benny Hill music. And
like a dance recital. They go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean, so ridiculous, and the camera's doing like the crazy zoom in, and I'm like, what? I feel like I'm watching an episode of
Dramamine before watching the show.
1987. What am I watching?
Did Road Dogg on his way out like take over the truck?
Okay, well, we'll talk about that too, because that's one of the other ones on the list. It says right there, number 2 item on the agenda: WWE lets Road Dogg quit, and we'll get into that a little bit. Also, I want to talk about, in another complete and utter fail, Brock Lesnar kind of holding WrestleMania hostage now by saying he doesn't want to lose, and Heyman backing him up. And I guess that's sent booking into another tizzy after they finally got some things worked out. Also, Gunther who? Oh, you mean the guy that retired John Cena? Gunther who? Oh, you mean the guy that retired AJ Styles? Gunther who? Oh, the guy that retired Goldberg? Gunther who? No, Gunther, the guy who's feuding with Dragon Lee. That Gunther. Yeah, because that's top-notch stuff to send you into WrestleMania. And then in semi WWE what the F news, like A, the ticket sales are still whatever, and B, why are we firing Nino Hamburguesa? What? We'll get into it. So I'm going to start here because I think this is a good place to start. I listened to Ronda Rousey at the press conference for the fight with her and Gina. And I hate to say it, but like, look, she's making a little bit of sense here. She's talking
Look,
about how much she loves Dana White. They're still friends. And yet at the same time, she's burying the UFC, which has to make you go, And then Ronda cues onto the thing that is the most important thing. She says, Dana White just works there. Everyone thinks that Dana White runs the UFC. No, Dana White, when it was the Fertittas, actually owned 10% of the UFC. He doesn't own any of it now. They paid him $400 million, bought his share, and then gave him his job back, but under them. TKO runs UFC, just like TKO runs the WWE. What did they do in the WWE? They took away Triple H's shares, so he was off the board, and then gave him a very lucrative job back to be the face of the company and to be Dana White. But what does that mean? That Ronda Rousey has just said about Dana White? It just means that he works there. Triple H does not run the show. He's a very powerful executive. He does have a lot to say in a lot of things. Don't get me wrong. Just like Dana White. Dana White has a lot of say in the UFC. But at the end of the day, the business decisions, some of the talent contracts, some of the things going on, like Dana White does love Ronda Rousey. He wanted that Gina Ronda fight in the UFC. Triple H loves his talent, but, so what if he loved Cross and that was one of his black and gold darlings? When it came time to do business, they didn't like the questions that Cross was asking. Triple H all of a sudden isn't answering even if he's on your speed dial because he is just an employee too. And I went back and I listened to, it was MMMshow. I think it was 182 or 192. It was a long time ago because we had taken a bunch of breaks and we were talking about how the structure was set up. And I was amazed to hear myself basically saying exactly how things are now. We called it right down to they're going to push Triple H down. He's going to be in this position where he can be their figurehead guy, even to the point where I said they'll probably even bring back Stephanie McMahon slowly at some point once the dust settles on some of the Vince crap. And sure enough, they did all of those things. But at the end of the day, what we have right now is this TKO run company that is making piles of money. For the first time in years, guess what, guys? All of our dreams and machinations about things getting better are probably not going to happen because you know what just got announced? WWE made more money last year and has higher revenue margins than the UFC, finally.
So they will continue with the product they're serving because it's making money, which is the
It's doing exactly what they wanted to do. In a very short amount of time, TKO was able to grow the business of WWE. Whether it's at the expense of the fans or not, WWE is highly lucrative. It's looked at differently in advertising circles. It's looked at differently in business circles. It's looked at differently in sports circles. It gets more prestige and coverage than it used to. It gets talked about in the circles that Ari Emanuel wants it to be talked about in. And that means that they could give two craps what us people sitting in the cheap seats actually think at this point, because it's doing everything they bought it to do.
Fair. I mean,
so what do we do now as fans? That's my question for you guys. I mean, like, we can't argue the business side of it. The numbers are the numbers. The facts are the facts. Triple H just works there. He doesn't own the company. Dana White doesn't own the UFC. He just works there too. What do we do?
I mean, it was always a global and a massive product, but it's almost like your favorite little mom and pop shop that was sometimes amazing, sometimes we're terrible, up and down. But now it's been taken over by McDonald's, and it's the same, like 5 out of 10 every time. It's the same. That's what you're getting. You're just getting fed 5 out of 10, but it's better than sometimes getting a 2.
I want some of whatever Byron's eating. What are you eating, Byron? Byron's joined us, everybody.
Cereal. He always eats cereal.
What are you?
I'm eating mac and cheese.
Okay, also, I would like to take responsibility because our kid Byron is late today. I did call him right before the show's Dynamite started. So, yes.
Did you put him on a tape delay?
I did. I'm sorry. I've been having a tough week.
You can't distract him, Tony.
Sorry. What do we do as
I
fans?
still had the show on.
Yeah,
Oh
what do we do, Tony?
You know what we're not doing? We're not buying a ticket to the show.
Don't watch the last. I don't know. If you think the show is over, it would be better for you not to watch the rest of the show. Like,
Yeah, the
it's
press
just-
conference thing
the
sucked.
press conference, it was a downer. What do we do? We look at other promotions. I'm gonna be like just direct. I went to a promotion that I did not know existed here in Monterey about 2 weeks ago, and I gotta say, I really enjoy the product. And yes, it did not have, crazy fireworks or whatever in the middle of the ring for Penta, but it was really, really good, and it was a really good experience. And guess what? I'm gonna go again. I think it's next week, Friday. So yeah, that's what we do. We punish them economically because that is the only way they. Now, how much can we punish them economically? I don't know anymore because apparently we're not even the target. Even though we could pay the $500 to go and watch them. The only problem is that they have their tentacles everywhere. So that will mean that I have to punish AAA as well, which I really, really enjoyed. So what the fuck? That's where we're at right now. But economic punishment is the only way to do it, I think.
That could be happening because if we're looking at the ticket sales for WrestleMania, and I'll be interested to see what this European tour that they're attempting to do will do, because the last time they were here, the French were singing songs about how they felt ripped off.
But how much is it going to suck, Meatloaf? If you tell me this, how much is it going to suck if they sell, I don't know, 8,000 to 20,000 tickets less than last year for Mania, and somehow on day 2 we still get Triple H standing up there saying, "We've broken another record and we've made more money for WrestleMania than we've ever made before. Thank you to all the fans." They won't announce an attendance number. They're going to announce we made $17,474,328,000 this year thanks to you guys. Like,
because the tickets are like 10 grand each.
I mean, but at the same time, they're doing blackouts where you can't go to watch parties anywhere in the city. They're eating up talent now. They're bringing anybody who stepped foot in WWE over to the WWE festival and taking them away from WrestleCon now. So people who were ex-WWE that you used to see at WrestleCon, and that's kind of a smart move, because honestly, I never want to go over there because they have like 1 star every 3 hours. And if you go to WrestleCon, you can see like 300 of your favorites over there. But now they're bringing like the Tori Wilsons and the Trish Stratuses and all these people that are, late Attitude Era or early, PG era people or whatever are over there. They're over on the WWE side now. It's like,
Did you see that one when the people were queuing up and it's like, Pennant and Ray Fenix, and you just stood in the queue and they just keep on bringing people out, and they got to the end and it's Johnny Gargano.
I mean, and that's the way they do it. But I mean, to them, they're all huge stars, and they kind of are, and I get that. Like anybody that's currently on the roster right now, if I'm there and they come out for a signing, I'm not terribly pissed unless I'm seriously waiting for my favorite person to come out, like Penta or somebody, and then I'd be salty. But at the same time, like, look, let's be honest. It's just where the WWE is right now is just absurd. And so we have to talk about the Seth Shuffle. The Seth Shuffle was one of the most dreadful moments in wrestling history that I've seen in a long, long time. Like, I could have brought in the 4 worst people who've ever been on the booking committee at WCW, and I think they would have done better than that. What was that? Who sat down at the writer's table and said this idea, and then at the end of it said, and then when we're done, let's have Adam Pearce tell us how bad that actually was?
We're finding out what Road Dogg was really protecting us from.
Yeah.
He had bad ideas, but he was also saving us from the worst ideas. Bring him back.
He was chucking bad ideas out there to defend someone from saying
we got a person. Okay, I gotta say something. You finally got your wish granted, Justin.
Bear is lit.
Okay,
well,
I mean, we
we
want to
lost.
talk about Road Dogg. Is that what y'all want to talk about?
No.
No.
We can still talk.
I mean,
about...
he's booking a
talk
show
about
down
Road Dogg.
in Alabama now.
I have some insight on that, but look, I just think that like there's an issue with your writing when you don't understand your own audience or product to the point where you do something like that. It didn't make any sense. It's one thing to have a funny spectacle that just looks like something crazy and wild. Like Chris Jericho could get away with something like that. Lots of characters, even Seth in his more comedic era could get away with it. But why are we doing that here? Seth is a babyface now, and Adam Pearce is basically supposed to be a babyface general manager. So why is Seth trying to pull the wool over his eyes unless he's doing the Stone Cold Steve Austin? But Stone Cold Steve Austin, don't forget, you got to say, if you want me to do something crazy out here to Adam Pearce and confuse the shit out of him, give me a hell yeah. You got to be still doing it for the people. But he wasn't. He just did this nonsense thing to confuse Adam Pearce for 2 minutes. What are we doing?
The thing is he's I know obviously he's probably still injured a bit. He's not cleared or whatever, but like he's going up against Austin Theory and Logan Paul. Like, is that real? Like, it's not like it's, Sting versus Hogan and the NWO, and he's having to send down the 10,000 Stings to, like, distract while he then attacks Hogan, which is it's amazing that they've used the guy who retired Sting to run a Sting angle. But yeah, just like that thing of to be fair, it's perfectly suited for Seth because it's a bag of horseshit, and he dresses like a bag of horseshit. So,
damn.
I don't know. I think getting a Sting train run on someone is cool and badass. Seth Rollins train is, or not even Seth Rollins, just a guy in a mask and a hoodie, which is he's it's almost been like a main player on Raw for the last year or two. That's not as cool. It's basically, but also you're saying.
Sorry, I apologize. It's almost like, do you remember we used to make that joke about the vacant title, and it's like, oh, vacant's won another title, and it's like all the core from the wrestling games, and it's like that's almost like what someone's gone. Do you know, it'd be really funny if we lent into that and we actually made just this nondescript. It's like he's going to win a title. The masked man will win a title, and it's going to be like, oh god.
Well, okay. Go ahead, Barrett. Go.
Is like Seth Rollins just Shredder from like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like the first movie? Like he's just like got all these young guys that he's training in his dojo, and now they're just like attacking people on Raw. I know. I mean, I'm assuming like that's what the storyline is. Like this is. I think
that's part of the thing. Is it's somehow not born in creative. It's born in. Well, we can work some of my students, get them on TV, and I'll do the thing or whatever. And they're like, cool. And then they didn't really think past like, well, what are they going to wear? Oh, we'll just save money, have them all.
But that's actually kind of a fun story. Fine. Have Seth Rollins be some like master, like karate master or something. And like these are all his disciples. And they're just,
we just need a real April. We need a real April O'Neil. I don't want Becky to be April O'Neil in that story, though.
So it's actually PJ Masks now, because PJ Masks did the same thing with the Ninjalinos. So yeah, it's for this generation of people they're targeting. It will not be Shredder and then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It will be PJ Masks.
Well, either way,
well,
there's something there. But
Pokemon revival these days.
Bear, why is your background boring as shit?
Because
man, we just got him to put some lights in the damn place, and you gotta give him shit.
I'm working on it.
I like the ambience you had before.
Oh my
God. I know, but I'm in the living room right now, and so I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm trying to live, Byron.
The other one had more
live by doing this. Look what I got going on. I borrowed.
What are you,
this
Mercedes
from
Monet? What is this? What are you doing?
I'm touching my vibes right now.
You're touching
your vibes.
Yeah.
Wow, that was.
Hey, Arturo, clip that.
Okay. And on that note, let me talk about the creative structure. Let me talk about what's going on, because we had a shakeup. They like to call it a shakeup over at WWE.
Not a new era.
So here's the part that I don't understand. You fire the head writer of, or you didn't fire, Road Dogg, the head writer of SmackDown, in case you didn't know, was Road Dogg. The Road Dogg, if you didn't know, oh, you better call somebody. So he resigned. From the way I heard it, he was being called in. There was going to be some questions, and he's been unhappy. And basically, before the shit hit the fan or whatever was going to happen, or maybe he talked to Hunter, his buddy, or something, who knows, he decided that he was going to just step aside cleanly while they were doing this shakeup with creative anyway. So Road Dogg got the hell out of there. And if you watched Unreal, you could tell that, like, it's no secret. If you talk to anybody back there, like, basically the whole team would say one thing, and then Road Dogg would say, I don't know. He wasn't a very decisive leader in the creative room. And
it is kind of,
I gave Road Dogg a lot of credit.
It's almost like it framed it.
I mean,
ready for it.
But it's also because it was what was actually happening. That part of Unreal wasn't fake. They were just taking clips that applied to the talent that they were focusing on. The part of Unreal that's not very real is like when they call a wrestler and say, hey, we got to come by your house and film some stuff in 2 weeks. Be ready. And then the wrestler goes and talks to their producers and their writers and Triple H. And then they say, okay, what am I doing in this interview in this home segment or whatever? The writer's room stuff, from what I understand, is actually all pretty genuine stuff. And then WWE has approval of whether or not that stuff gets used. And if you're watching it, none of it really sounds faked. It's just cut in, and they're using opportune things that fit the narrative that they already have. But
Byron will know how to do that.
Yeah. I mean, look, Byron and I do stuff like that in reality TV all the time. And sometimes you feel good about it, and sometimes you feel icky, but it always feels okay. Like the moments that you've seen from the writer's room on Unreal do not feel like the icky parts to me at all. I don't know. Byron and Bear can disagree with me because they work.
No, it's all a story. They all know what's going on. I mean, you don't have to. People ask me about the shows I work on, like, how scripted is it? Or they'll ask something, about another show that, you work in the reality world that you should know about. And there are some things that are going to be very scripted, and they're probably some of the lesser important things as far as like what's going to happen, but more necessary to like stitch things together. But ultimately, a lot of what you do is what you want going into a situation, and you put people into it, and you kind of who they are and how it's going to go, and you just know how you want to mold it. Make sure you get the pieces to mold it that way, and then when you get into post, you mold it into the story that you wanted. So is it fake? Well, all the stuff really happened, but you're just the one thing for sure about all WWE content, and that's one of them, is that you're getting the story they want you to get. And
that was the thing, though, that, like, for me, I was like, I was starting to kind of think Unreal was all just kind of one big work. I mean, and I'm sure there's aspects of it being a big work, but it is interesting that there is some credibility to, like, that the stuff with, like, Road Dogg was actually, like, legitimate, I mean, that it does at least help blur some of the lines into it. We're getting worked, or if this is
Michael Hayes legit buried Chelsea.
Yeah, but that's different. Michael Hayes is different, in my opinion, because
I think
is
so
one
too.
of the smarter guys there. I think I think what he said was right, and he wasn't wrong, and he wasn't offensive. However, it got cut into the show because he knows how to work and cut a promo, and it sounded good, and it got Chelsea over more. And when they asked him about it, he knew not to apologize or back down, because in his terms, that would ruin her rebel push. And so,
then she went and did the right thing, which was she went and got actual permission to discuss her actual real feelings about having seen it on the show for the first time, because she didn't know that was going to happen. And that also helped the entire storyline. And now, maybe because of all of it, she has broken the glass ceiling potentially, because now they almost have to push her through it.
She's going to be a great world champ when it happens.
I agree. And let's hope that makes it all happen. And that's where it's like, well, Unreal did a good thing because they made her feel like the underdog.
Yeah.
But
It's probably going to be a glass trap door. They'll open it up, let her through it, and then they'll pull it when she's stood on it.
That's the other thing. You're talking about what audience and getting and hurting WWE because they won't market their product to us. We're not. It's what I was saying a while ago when TKO took over. We're not the product anymore. They're not marketing to us. We're not. If we don't buy a ticket, they don't care. They don't even notice. The Chelsea thing, we just said it'd be great, and it makes a lot of sense to us. But who knows? She might not be the the Aria Manuel champion. So we could be shit out of luck there.
It would be their loss, man, because she's great.
They'd probably still make record number gross revenue. Net revenue.
Yeah, I know, but like that's not like, but that's just like whatever, everything that's wrong with society today. It's like shareholder money bullshit. It's not about like story and what people actually want to see and developing good characters. Because like if they don't want to see anything in Chelsea Green, it's bullshit because she's like uber talented and like it's their loss if they don't want to do anything with her,
But that's why if you're a fan of Chelsea Green and where she got a lot of her movement with fans and the momentum in her career, she got that outside of WWE. Wrestlers like that get that in other promotions that are smaller indie shows where they have the time to invest their performance in the fans, and the fans have the time to invest in them as performers. You do meet and greets, you do all these things where you interact with fans, and that's the real wrestling experience. WWE offered iconic, memorable moments that are generational that you can experience with your family. I was there when Hulk Hogan leg dropped Andre the Giant, and I brought my kids there. And now they're bringing their kids to like see Roman Reigns do a shitty WrestleMania match. And but you don't get that anymore. But you can still go and get that connection. You can still go and cheer for the good guys and boo the bad guys and say something funny and have the crowd laugh and maybe pop the wrestlers, or you can get in the moment and then get a picture and thank the wrestlers afterwards and have the actual wrestling experience at indie shows. And that's what I recommend everyone doing. I think that's where it's at. I don't give a fuck about WWE anymore.
I'm watching WWE and I don't know who's the baby faces or the heels. So is Danhausen a baby face or a heel? He curses Dominic last week, but then he curses Chad Gable Americano this week, who's supposed to be a baby face. So then is Danhausen a heel? But then that was
another can of worms
to me, because to me, Chad Gable's a heel, but I'm so confused. And then now that Seth has turned, like your heel faction that's actually on TV this past week, Finn Balor has turned, Seth has turned. So now you have Dominic and the girls in the Judgment Day, and then you have Logan Paul, and that's it.
Jerry,
like
Brock's not around.
WWE used to be the foundational.
I'm sorry,
good guys and bad guys.
Sorry, the biggest heels of all, the New Day, who approached Javon with a very inspirational pep talk this week because they're heels. What? There's nothing for me to cheer against.
Didn't Austin Creed shun away another heel so he could give the talk to Javon?
It's we've entered the throwing shit at the wall stage of the WrestleMania build-up.
Yeah.
And then that brings it back to the Brock of it all, which is Brock isn't.
Speaking of
Brock
shit,
isn't cooperating again.
Can I say something about Brock?
Please.
This is coming from somebody born in Minnesota that was watching wrestling.
He's your hero.
He was my hero growing up.
Everyone.
No, I'm not. That's the problem. Because fuck him, man. Because the dude was incredible for how long? His entire first run was incredible. And then he came back and it was a freaking paycheck for him. And it was Suplex City, basically your Goldberg shit, suplex, F5, match over. And that was it. But then he did so much more in his earlier run. He's so much better than that. And I'm so bored of it. I'm bored of this entire second run. I've been bored of it forever. There's nothing at WrestleMania that does anything for me other than his retirement match eventually to Gunther, because he's not going to put anybody over in the match. He's not. He doesn't put anybody over in the match anymore.
If they wanted something different,
and it's not even. But I mean, it's not even like he'll put them over in a way where they get a good performance. It's gonna be a shitty, boring match. He's gonna go in and squash somebody, and it does nothing for anybody but Brock Lesnar himself. And what the hell does he need it for at this point in his career? At this point, a Brock Lesnar match is a bathroom break for me. And that is like so sad because of how good the start of his career was, you know?
And you're a Minnesotan. So yeah,
yes.
That says a lot. But hey, that's where SummerSlam is coming to, right? So you can go see him get retired at SummerSlam. Is that gonna happen?
I don't know. It's like the last thing he can really do at this point. He's done everything else and he looks boring as hell in the ring right now. It's just it's not even a spectacle.
Let me go back to this creative structure for just a minute because I'm still so baffled. So Road Dogg quits, right? We lose the Road Dogg, Jesse James. Oh, you didn't know? You better call somebody. So Road Dogg is out, and I apologize because there's some talk that, there was a lot of podcasters and people that said things about Road Dogg.
No. Own it, brother. Own it. No.
And I blame Dave LaGreca and all the things that he said about Road Dogg that were so mean.
I could have clipped this for real.
It's so mean to go on a podcast and say bad things about Road Dogg and his skills as a creative and a writer. No, I was one of those voices, and there's a few of them out
one
there.
Of those voices. I will say you were at the forefront of this.
I might have started.
He was objectively doing a bad job. No, he was objectively doing a bad job, and he's always done a bad job in that spot with those responsibilities. It's not. I wouldn't feel bad about it.
It wasn't clicking for him, and it was above his pay grade. I think that Road Dogg could have been a great lead producer or an agent in the back. I think he's really great with characters and how to develop characters. I think the long-term storytelling was never really his thing. I think he could be on the booking committee, and he was on the booking committee during the Bloodline stuff. He was around, and then he got bumped up to this spot very quickly. That was a little too much for him. So, happy Wednesday, Aaron. Aaron. How many A's are in Aaron?
Too many.
Welcome.
The characters thing is, you could see that when he was trying to push Chelsea, he was like, "There's something you've got to do with Chelsea," and they were like, "Yeah, but what?" And he's like, shit, yeah." But he's like,
exactly. And that's your job.
Need to be in the position. But
your job in that role is to say, look, I really see something in Chelsea Green. Here's what I want to do. I've got it mapped out up to WrestleMania at least, and maybe into SummerSlam. I want to do this and this. I want to pivot her here. I want to have her fight these and these guys. And if I really believe in her, like, let's switch her to Raw, or let's bring in this person from Raw. So there are some fresh matchups. Like, don't just take it on the chin that, like, oh yeah, I guess it's not a good idea. Which is what he did. Like, come on, bro. Come on.
Well, okay, hold on. But now that we think about it and knowing the industry and how you can edit things out, doesn't it seem now like that particular clip was created just for the fact that they might wanted to get rid of him eventually?
That editing was done 5 months ago.
Exactly. Yeah, they can plan ahead. Yeah, that's.
I don't think so. I really don't. And, I don't know. And the reason why I don't think so is Paul Levesque. Paul Levesque loves the guy. Paul Levesque gave the guy that job. Paul Levesque put him in that position, really wanted to help groom him. And from what I understand, it was the reason why he always sat in on SmackDown creative meetings, because he had to hold Road Dogg's hand a little bit, because Road Dogg wasn't entirely getting the job done. So Paul had to basically step in and make sure shit was getting done. But those shows were not great. But so again, I still don't understand the creative structure. So Road Dogg steps down, but there's no announcement about who's filling in his spot as the lead creative on SmackDown. So maybe it's Triple H himself right now. But then at the same time, we hear that Alex Williams, who has been kind of a junior member on the writing staff at Raw, who has written apparently some of the better storylines over there and some of the Liv and Dom stuff and some other good stuff over there. She gets out of nowhere. They shuffle the whole deck, and she gets promoted to not only the head writer and senior writer and producer, but she's now a vice president and the creative lead on Raw. But the other guy wasn't fired. I mean, Beckstrom, who was the basically the main guy over at Raw, just kind of got shuffled to the side, and they put her in his chair, but he's still there as like the co-lead. She's the lead creative. He's the co-lead creative. Ouch. That hurts. Sorry about your luck there, Beckstrom. Don't know exactly what happened there. And then there's this other guy, Ryan Ward, who's now kind of overseeing everything, and then this like mini Triple H role as they try to move Triple H into more corporate and other types of responsibilities, which to me almost signals that maybe they are going to open up a board seat for Triple H finally. We'll see. I don't know. It's a weird shuffle over there, and we've been looking at the backstage for a long time because it does matter, and it should. And if you're a wrestling fan, it should really matter to you because these are the people that are responsible for giving you what you want. It's not the Nick Khans of the world. It's not the Ari Emanuel. They're responsible for making money for their shareholders. Triple H and Road Dogg and Alex and Ryan and Beckstrom, these people are the people that are responsible for putting on a program that you enjoy so that those other bosses can get their money. And I don't know what they're doing. The shakeup makes sense in the fact that SmackDown especially was not very good. The shakeup makes sense in the fact that they've really had trouble putting this WrestleMania together. Even Paul Heyman is out there talking about how we should have booked WrestleMania Saudi and then gone backwards to now to make it all make sense. And they're not doing that. Even their own guys are basically saying, what are we doing? Road Dogg is saying, like, the fact that Road Dogg quit says something to me too, because as much shit as I gave the guy, you shouldn't be in a position where your head creative wants to just leave altogether. I could see him stepping aside or saying, dude, Paul, like, put me in another spot, bro. Like, make me a producer or something. Like, let me go on the road. Let me work on, live events team or something else. Like, the fact that he was just all like, no, oh, you didn't know? I'm leaving, buddy. Like, he was just out. And he's already doing indie bookings and other stuff. He was just gone.
He's teaming up with the badass Billy Gunn on some
That's
show.
got to tell you, though, just like something is not right over there. Something is rotten in Denmark. So this is not working. Like, and maybe this shuffle, like, it just happened last week. So, maybe the Seth Shuffle is part of this creative shuffle because, they really need to lock some stuff in.
Jesus
they got
Christ, hopefully it's part of the last lot.
They got what, 6 weeks, 5 weeks till WrestleMania?
Does anybody care?
Right now? Maybe not. Maybe not so much. I think that Steph and Liv will be an interesting little deal.
That has been like probably the best part of it. I mean, just
I think Sim and Roman is doing what it's supposed to do. I don't know that I care about what it's supposed to do. Seth Rollins being back doesn't. I think if Aaron, if we had WrestleMania, it would have been great. In New Orleans, the Danhausen stuff has been entertaining. Like, that women's gauntlet match thing was, I hate those gauntlet matches, and they did a tag team one on SmackDown the other day. Like, they're telling cool little stories in those gauntlet matches, but by the time it got to the end of that thing, I couldn't remember any of the little nuanced storytelling that they had done to get me to the end. So I'm just baffled by that. So one last WWE point that I got to ask you guys about. We talked about it. We laid out the entire thing pretty much exactly the way it went down. You can see the clip that's up on the interwebs right now. That was recorded before Cody won the title back. We basically laid out the entire structure of what happened there. But how do we feel now, having basically already known exactly how this was going to go down, about Cody and Randy going into Mania and Drew not being the champ? Oh, crickets.
Yeah, that says it all right there, honestly.
None of it matters.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just like it's not
that's the problem.
Drew is exactly what we were saying about certain other people as well. He is no longer. He's become the new Finn Balor for Justin, I think, possibly.
Yeah, but at least he got the belt for a while. At least
Yeah,
his boy
but
Cody gave him
I'm
a
happy-
little
So
Here's what I'm
did
saying.
Finn. Well, so
Yeah.
did Finn. He just got it for less amount of time. Did it mean anything else? Like, did it make any difference that he got it for a month and the other guy got it for 12 hours? No.
Yes,
the
yes,
fucking-
because
no.
it was Drew's second time getting it though, and it does
Yeah,
show a
but
little more respect
Finn-
of like, hey, Drew, you are still adjacent to this belt. You're still in this picture. We're going to make you champ for a while. We're going to keep you relevant as a top guy. That there's at least a new photo with you in the strap.
Yeah,
But
it's
Finn-
something.
Oh.
It's more than
Finn-
Finn's
all of
getting.
that. No,
Finn
all of
lost
that
the
is great.
title due to injury.
Yeah.
Whereas Drew got handed a title and we all know how it lays out. They handed the title to lose it back to create this story of wrestling.
It was him and
Well, that's-
Cody's
to make
idea.
Cody.
Yeah,
That's
no,
basically
his
how
whole
those
idea.
shows work. Yeah.
doesn't mean it was a good idea. Wrestlers
No.
are fucking stupid, especially with their own creative. Look at one of them. Just take Cody Rhodes. Look at his whole AEW career.
I just want to remind
Cody's
everybody
not-
that Byron will be at Revolution this Sunday.
Yeah,
When they invoke
Come
the
find
Cody
me.
clause.
come find me, and I will 100% backtrack on any shit I talk in
Okay, so
person.
Coma says he wants to see Drew versus Jacob. I wanted to see Jacob involved with Drew and Cody,
Yeah,
but I don't mind
None of
Cody
that
versus
moves me at
Randy at all. I wanted
don't
to
mind
see the story for a while.
that's the thing. The problem isn't Drew getting the title for a minute, and also just like they wanted to do something interesting, let Drew have a little bit of a title reign in front of fans, because the first time around he got screwed over by the
Right.
lockdown pandemic. That's cool. And then you want the bigger box office match, Cody and Randy Orton, and there's history there for WrestleMania. That's great. Okay, so those are all cool, but how do you go from A to B to C to D? They're just pulling. What are they? I don't know. It sucks. They don't give a shit. They don't respect the fans or anything. They're just like, okay, here we're gonna do this, and now it's 3 weeks till WrestleMania. So Drew, you're just give Cody the belt. So now we'll just do that, and instead of what they used to do. No matter, I have never been a huge WWE fan. WrestleMania season, Rumble to WrestleMania, has always been one of the best times of the year for wrestling, even for me. They should have this shit figured out and do it in a way that makes sense and gets us excited for it. But
It's
they're not.
November to December. It's the run up to Christmas, isn't it? That's what WrestleMania
It's
is.
November
So
right now?
No, from Rumble. I wish it
Well,
was.
Rumble's like February, but that was always it for me. It was like Mania
It's
season.
February?
I would get it was like February or March, but like I always would get back into wrestling for Royal Rumble. Like it would be like, oh, the Royal
Right.
Rumble, it's the spectacle. I want to get back in. Yeah, I want to watch it because it's fun.
It's the
You
end
know,
of the
you never
season,
know what's
it's
going to
close.
happen. Yeah, and
You guys
exactly,
have
yeah,
this too, right?
yeah. No, I wish.
You guys have these. Everyone get out your Rumble banner.
I'm not a virgin.
No?
I don't have one of those.
I wish I
I have a
did.
Demon
That'd be
Bunny
cool.
banner
You left
with
me
Allie
hanging
and
on that.
Rosemary on it.
I'm not
I've
gonna
never
forget
been to
this.
a Rumble.
Come over next year.
Yeah.
Sounds like a
Can't find it
proposition.
over there, will it?
Hi, Rebecca. Welcome. And yes, Byron was putting his foot in his mouth as soon as you showed up. He gets a little nervous around you. It's not his fault. Okay, so yes or no, WWE is heading for a big downturn right now, and they're doing it to themselves. Yes or no, Byron?
What? Yes.
Oh, dear Lord.
Yes or no, Tony?
Byron's
Yes,
on
but-
25-minute down.
Yes, but we are only at the very beginning. It's not even the cliff yet. It's barely starting. And the thing that gets me to think this way, it's the way the grinding is happening. Like the shuffle and all these little things that are there. That sometimes of course, you still gonna have some brilliant stuff like the Stephanie Vaquer stuff and stuff like that, or Penta winning, and Danhausen, because there's talented people around. But yes, we're at the beginning of like dark
A
age.
possible downturn, right? Yeah.
Yes.
And this has happened before. And
But
it's
like
always
really bad. Like
I mean, creative is always at the front of it. You know, it's like the Roman Reigns babyface push years, where it's just like, God, what am I watching? Why are you just shoving this down my throat for 25 minutes every week? You know, maybe it eventually works, but whatever they're doing right now doesn't even feel like that, because that felt like Vince is telling me this guy is the locker room leader. This guy is going to be something, and he has to do it. I'm not getting that kind of like confidence in their own product that Vince had when he was making bad booking decisions.
Well, it looks like a bunch of guys. So I was just going to say, it looks like guys at the end of a company who are basically doing all the bits to get all the cash through the till, and then fucking running
the WCW,
letting the business go bust and running off into the darkness.
I just it's weird to me because like, have they really opened up the main event scene all that much over the last 5 years? Like AEW, to its credit, every now and then shakes up the main event scene a little bit, where you get some newer faces up there that you weren't seeing, you know, challenging for the belts, and they're sort of believable to sometimes that it might actually happen. You know, in WWE, I feel like it's like 4 guys that I think will win a title. You know, maybe
I mean,
5.
CM Punk could barely even get in the main event scene himself. I mean,
yeah, I mean,
he had to not get injured, and he had to wait for somebody else to get injured for him to get even in the title picture as a top guy.
It is hilarious to watch Punk act like hot shit with the title going into WrestleMania, talking about how like he owns the place and this and that, when like he was barely employed by the company a little bit ago, and he's been on like unofficial probation up until like 6 months ago.
Exactly. Okay, so my last WWE adjacent thing. That's it for WWE specifically. But this AAA thing, we got to talk about Nino Hamburguesa. Like, what is the deal here? Everybody knows Mexico's a little bit different when it comes to audiences. We've seen Alberto throwing chairs at people who were trying to, you know, murder him. We've seen Cross get piss thrown on him. Like, people get bottles of actual pee thrown on them every now and then. Sometimes the fans get a little unruly.
Somebody threw a beer at Mercedes Monet last Friday at the championship match.
Right.
Oh, it wasn't in
like this is, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that that's okay. And also, I've seen the footage of what Hamburguesa did. Man, that back elbow was a little, you know, I don't know if the guy was getting a little frisky and with him sitting on his lap or what was going on there, but he gave him a shoot elbow like on the side of his neck, and it was pretty stiff, and he gave him another one, and then he got off of him and kind of kept going with his night like nothing had happened, because in Mexico these things go down all the time. Now, am I saying that this should go unnoticed? Am I saying it should go unpunished? No. If you're a new company and you own this product and you want to clean it up, fine. Find the guy, sit the locker room down, explain to them like, hey guys, this isn't the old days anymore. We're a big worldwide corporation. Everybody's watching this product now. We have millions and millions and millions of people watching you guys on YouTube and Fox down in Mexico and all over the world now. You can't do stuff like that anymore. But to fire the guy? Just to straight up.
It's just another example of WWE trying to whitewash Lucha Libre.
And for Undertaker to do it, the same guy who would green light the APA to go out and smush people in the ring?
It's part of real wrestling. It's the real wrestling I was talking about, the homogenized WWE bullshit. Like in Japan, you always had monsters who would chase fans around in the crowd before and during matches. Lance Archer was the last one.
Yeah.
You know, it's great. Casey brings up a great point when he talks about when he used to go to live wrestling shows. The best ones, even PWG and Reseda, the best ones, you feel a little bit in danger the whole time.
Right.
Okay. That's exactly the thing that I don't like about this. And I mean, of course, I don't know if the most important part also is we have not even heard from the fan. Like the fan has not come out and say, "Oh yeah, you know, I got a brain injury out of that shit." Like nothing, right?
And if
So
he was chatting
there's
shit all the way through, or through something,
He was
or did
probably
something.
he's
he
probably
was
so
probably
drunk
in on
doesn't
it.
remember.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and the other thing is, yes, that is one thing I liked about that show that I went through the other day. I mean, I've been to how many fucking shows in my life now? I felt in danger when they broke when they hit each other with the
Light tubes?
glass tubes, the light tubes, and the little dust came in and my nose there, like, oh
Yeah.
my god, that felt alive.
Hell,
And
the
it-
underground, they would do that, and the other half of the light tube would go into the crowd and hit someone.
No, it hit
We
somebody
signed
on
waivers.
this. Yeah.
Yeah.
It hit somebody on our side. Just a little piece of it, and then somebody took it and put it back in the ring. I'm like, no, they don't know this back in the ring. Just take it back. So, anyways, that was yes. That's this is really troublesome. Now, am I the biggest Nino Hamburguesa fan? Hell no. But also maybe I'm not. Sorry, what is it? What is the gimmick? What is? Don't get me started.
He's fat. That's the gimmick.
Oh, what the fuck is? How's that gimmick? I'm fat, motherfucker. Anyway,
Him and Big Mammy were in love. Okay.
Sure.
He's lost some weight though.
Yeah, yes. But the
So
thing is that
he's
maybe they didn't want him there. Like maybe this is the perfect exit for that contract because they don't know. It is not the same to have Nino Hamburguesa that has no gimmick that have, I don't know, Iguana doing fucking, cooking TV shows for HBO Max in Mexico. So I think that's more what happened here. Also, a little bit of, cleansing, what's it called? Ethnic cleansing and the fucking from AAA. So who knows,
But that's another. You're bringing up a point of, Nino Hamburguesa was part of the fan experience of going to AAA shows.
Yeah.
That you went to a show and you see him and Big Mom. You'd have fun, right? It wasn't like they were selling pizza commercials or anything. Like Iguana can go on those shows and do the corporate stuff, but they were part of the show that just made it fun to go to in person.
If you want to be a thing on this,
probably yes. I mean, for fans, I can appreciate other people's fandom without me actually liking it, right? So, yeah.
The only fan interaction they're okay with is sexual assault by Pimpinelli, pissing people against their will.
This is poor Toto.
I'm just saying that you can't hit a fan, but you can.
Don't do it, Byron. Don't do it.
Too late.
The other thing as well is, from what we gather, there was conversations about how to behave because Lahedra.
Yeah, there were.
She's lost a lot of weight and she's been in the gym and she's toned up a bit. And maybe Hamburguesa was still living life a little bit, having some fun. And they were like, yeah, we're going to make this guy the example so that everybody kind of gets in line.
Probably.
Well, are they? Or is he just going to go over to Alberto's promotion and be fine anyway?
Yeah, he'll do that.
Well, I don't know. Alberto has a promotion and he's also doing the Crash and going for the championship. So I don't know how.
Yeah, but then Triple I always did the Crash as well. The Crash just exists in its own.
But no, because 7 months of the year they'd be fighting with each other and they'd be in a no-fly zone. And then they'd be back friends again. And then Conan would patch things up between the two places. And then he'd go to work for one and hate the other. And then he'd go back to the other one. And Crash and AAA have been back.
The Crash is one of my favorite promotions in the world because it's just mental.
It's batshit. It's up there. Yeah. It's the JCW of Mexico.
The guy who runs it is pretty cool though. He used to come over here a lot with Penta and Phoenix and the
I'm sure, yeah.
Bestia.
So Tony, you said you wanted to talk a little bit about the women's card from CMLL. So, which is, first of all, kudos to them for doing it on International Women's Weekend. Good stuff. Appreciate y'all, CMLL, for representing. I did not get to watch Wrestle Queendom yet. It is in my queue, but I also want to see that event because I heard some interesting things about it. And I saw some of the main event. But what were you going to say about the CMLL thing, Tony?
Well, it's just that there was this situation that I will talk about. I wanted to make a video for AAA. Just things got a little complicated this week with the actual job. So
Oh, work getting in the way of your side hustle? Damn.
yes, damn, of course. So, but there was this thing that popped into my head immediately. Well, so first of all, matches were great. This was the first time that I got that idea that you guys always tell me, that CMLL and that your friend that I've never met before says that, you have to watch it for the matches. And yes, except for one match, none of the other ones had a story, right? But they were great. I'm trying to look at my notes here, but Scotty, I've never seen her wrestle before. Holy shit, that's fucking amazing. I mean, holy cow, the dives between ropes.
Out of control, right?
What the hell? So, I mean, you have to go and see her. She's a big girl, but the control she has over her own body is insane. But then I realized she's a second generation female wrestler from a female wrestler, which is like I don't even think that who else
might be the first one of those ever.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
I think you got her name.
Marcela.
Paige.
Well, Paige,
No.
yeah, but
Irma Gonzalez.
Whatever. No, her name is Marcela. Scotty's mom is Marcela. But then you go to AAA.
No, I'm just saying she had a generational daughter as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but then you go to AAA, and they had 3 matches in the show, which is an hour. So none of them were a women's match. And then you had Lady Flammer come out and challenge somebody because they forgot to book something for the Rey de Reyes match. It's like, and I challenged whoever from WWE because nobody here is match enough for me. And then you zoom in on the title, and look, I like patina on things, right? Like you have to have that worn gold.
Oh, it's a little more than worn.
No. This looks like, a couple of chips are missing from the paint.
Both of those belts are very patina. They're very weathered.
Yeah.
Wow, weather. I don't know. It feels like they actually put like one of those sand guns and just. It doesn't look good. It wasn't a look good.
I like the Mega Championship, but I agree with the women's belt. It looks tattered.
No. Okay. Fine. The Mega Championship, it makes kind of a sense because if you think about it, it is an Aztec relic. Whatever the fuck you want to mentally had a hat cannon on that, it's fine. But the women's belt, bro, come on. It just looks like a Barbie's belt that got, that was cheap. It just looks bad.
No, it's pretty disrespectful.
It is disrespectful because
it looks like it's made from
$1 million. Her presentation, her promo was great. It looks like she's beautiful under the mask, and then you see at the belt, it's like you couldn't afford the belt.
Is she beautiful under the mask? Do we know Meatloaf?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she looks like, yeah. I'm not saying that she's beautiful under the mask because I don't know, right? Personally, but it looks like she's, so it has a presentation. I think it's disrespectful. I think they should try to fix that soon. I like, please just update the belts. You do that all the time for the other company. It's not
right.
That one in particular. Let's just fix it real quick, please. And also, don't forget you have women on your shows exactly the weekend. When you have your women's marches in Mexico City. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Aubrey took part in the march, in the Mexico March, which is one of the largest that exists because, first of all, it's one of the most populated cities in the world with women. So, of course, she was.
I did actually see that, and I hit the like button.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I actually sent her a message like that was pretty cool that you got to experience it in Mexico City because that's where the battles are won in Mexico. Those marches, that's where we have a female president because it was very obvious that women were in power in this country a little bit more. There's still a lot to work because there's still a lot of, unevenness in our country.
Is this the femicide marches as well?
Yeah, that's the feminicide marches, yes. So yeah, there's still a lot of the women are missing in Mexico. So it is part of the culture. And I love the fact that CMLL had put on a show. Was the show perfect? No. They need to work on commentary really bad, because it seemed like they did commentary for other sports, but not particularly for wrestling. So, but it was great to see that. My point is, they should have them on every show so that this doesn't look bad when they come out and have to do this kind of presentations. Yeah, I mean, the whole card was great. I really enjoyed watching it. And now that this brings us to Persephone today. Wasn't that kind of an awkward match? Wasn't that
the one today, or the Mercedes
today.
one?
No, the Mercedes match was good. Mercedes needs to work.
Yeah.
Mercedes still has some spots that she has to polish. I can't believe I'm saying that about like one of the most condecorated wrestlers. But Persephone looked perfect, man. She looked amazing. And I know Bear is all in about Mercedes. I'm sorry, about Persephone. But I'm like, yeah, I do respect her. She still has to work a lot of things. Like she's still very, very fucking young. I was trying to figure out. Yeah, I was trying to figure out if she is the youngest ever. I couldn't find anything. So from now, I'm going to call her the youngest ever CMLL women's champion, because I couldn't find it. But we have all these max wrestlers. So,
bro, you could go to CMLL and ask every single person that works there right now, and they won't know, because they don't care about the history of the women in their company yet. They're getting there this year.
She's going to change that. She's going to change that, man. She's got aura, man. Also, shout out to Mercedes, who's like actually dropping all these belts, because there's a lot of criticism on her that she was not going to do that, and she's out there,
Bro, and it's really a shame, because you can say what you want about Sasha leaving and not liking Mercedes or whatever, but one of the reasons why she was able to be so smug and go through with this thing the whole time is that she knew she was going to do that. That was always the plan. She wasn't going to just let them disappear or just hand them back and whatever. And she promised all those promotions, like, no, I will come back. I will drop. It's all good. Also, please pay me when I come back and drop. But yes, and she still got two of them left. I think she's still
a lot of keyboard warriors out there having some words to eat. That's for sure.
They should, and they absolutely should, because Mercedes, like, she does have an ego. There are some bad things you could say about Mercedes, but for
she's
the most
fucking
part,
terrible.
They're not. But for the but she's not. Me, she's not terrible.
She's not terrible.
Like her, but she's not terrible.
Are they some rough spots? Yes, sometimes. But everybody has that shit, man. And you've I mean, I'm not excusing her, but the only problem that I have right now is that every time she goes somewhere, I'm like, who's she wrestling? Because that's gonna be a champion. So like, I kind of already knew that Persephone was gonna be champion but I was happy with it. I was like, oh wow, Persephone is gonna be champion on CMLL. But this
is part of why I like it too. I don't need everything in wrestling to be a surprise. Sometimes the story just needs to go ahead and play out the way it's supposed to play out. She won all the belts. She had them all for a while, and she fell short of the AEW title, which was the story. That was great. We got all the way there. They held on to it for a long time. She fell short. She tried again. She still fell short, which was hilarious because everybody was like, no, she's going to get it. No, she's going to get it. That was it. That was the surprise, everybody. She didn't get the big one. And guess what? She worked it out with Tony Khan, so that was always the plan. She was never going to get the big one, and everyone the whole time was, oh, Tony's going to put all the belts on her block. Me and this Tony said it ourselves. We said it a million times, like, oh, here they go. Here we go. It's going to happen, blah, blah, blah. And no, and it was always, always, always planned to be that way. And it was always, always, always planned for her to go and drop all those belts back because she said that she wanted to do something for the business. She wanted to have this epic run, and then she wanted to give back to these girls. And if you talk to the girls in the AEW locker room, they'll tell you she has been awesome with them. They really like her. She goes around, she tries to figure out who she can work with and who she can do stuff with in the back, like what stories make sense, who actually needs her help more than the others. Like she came in and she immediately wanted to wrestle Sky because she was like, no, I think I can get this girl somewhere quickly. Like, let's let this girl show off. Let's let her get some shit in, you know, and I got a body weight that's good for her to actually get some moves off when some of these other girls don't. So let's do it. Like, that's who she is. She actually cares about wrestling. Now, she also cares about herself. She has a little bit of an ego. Her concept of reality is a little off because she makes a lot of money and she came in on a big contract. But she's not a piece of shit. And she gets a lot of a bad rap for being a piece of shit, but it's the gimmick. She's kayfabing it, y'all. She's not. She's really.
It'd be interesting to see what happens if Tony ever says no. I mean, legally, due to contract reasons, he can't ever say no to her, but
he has. He has said no to her a couple times.
And she's not walked off.
No,
she's gotten a great attorney too. She has a fantastic attorney. So
and she's got her advocate that comes around. Like she has a team. She has a team, and they come up with people. Plus, her writer, the person that she liked writing for her at WWE, Jim Peppermint, is over at AEW. So even when things don't pan out, or Tony's like, yeah, that's not really the way I want to do it, and blah blah blah, she's got her own writer there to help her craft the next thing. And she's also worked with RJ and some of the other writers and people too. But at the same time, like, yeah, her shit was planned out a long time ago, guys. And they mapped it out and they're doing it. And now she's out of AEW for a while. And I think she's going to drop back her belts, maybe do one or two quick things in AEW. And then she's going to go film something for a little while. And then I think you'll see her back around the end of the year, maybe World's End or something. And then maybe they'll do another big thing with her. And then I think you'll see her become a little more like a regular wrestler where she'll get in some normal storylines. You know, she'll have some back and forth. She might win the big one time. And then after that, she'll probably leave and go back to WWE. And I think Tony Khan will absolutely be fine with it. I think he's getting what he wanted. In his mind, he's getting his money's worth from Mercedes Moné. I don't know if we all are, but
I trust. I trust.
And again,
more
you can dislike her. You can dislike her, but she's not in there doing what Saraya did, where Saraya gets in there and she's like, okay, I'm in over my head. Give me the belt. Give me the belt.
But then, but that also,
and then here's the belt. I don't want it. Hot potato. Hot potato.
No. But also, Tony Khan, I think in his mind, he got what he wanted out of that. He got that moment in
Wembley,
in the biggest show ever, when they had the colors and everything raining. Yeah.
I agree with Tony. I think the Saraya thing paid off for what it was. And the biggest regrets that you hear about it are from her herself when she reflects upon not being as good as she used to be, and also
she couldn't wrestle.
And then also like not trying as hard to be as good as she wanted to be.
No, but she couldn't wrestle. She couldn't wrestle because it also, let's remember this thing somebody pointed out about a situation this week that I didn't know about. You know, this is also a mental thing. It is. I mean, and I deal with athletes all the time, so I know that, you know, it's not so much. It is the physical part, but there is this other part when your brain locks out and you're like, not gonna do that flip. Fuck that shit. You know.
But so she wasn't the big work rate and big wrestling star that she was. But I feel like she did. I mean, we've talked about this. I feel like she still contributed. She got Harley over, and you know, she did what she could do to a high level, I think, even though it wasn't what we were accustomed to watching her do. So I agree with Tony. I think Saraya was fine. I think she did what she could do for AEW.
I think also a big part, the problem was the sicko mentality over at AEW of, you bring in somebody like her, you shouldn't be expecting 5-star Meltzer matches, and yet people were. And they weren't initially finding a way to work to her. They were trying to get her to work to them. And it's like, yeah, but realistically, guys, she's the bigger star. You should be working to her. Like, which one of you girls in the back can come up with something to make Saraya look good, to make your big star look good, so you can all draw money? And that's the way wrestling used to be. AEW is not like that.
It wasn't the one they booked her with, that's for sure.
Nope, sure as hell wasn't.
The one thing is,
flip that, Arturo.
Confusing that they even went there, because her and her entire family are interesting.
No, say it, Neef. You can say it. They're shit.
I wouldn't touch a single one of them with a barge pole. And that barge pole would probably corrode if it went near them.
Meef, you would know this. She had a brother who was a wrestler who I think got on bad terms with Regal and NXT. Was that the one that got a job at AEW too, or is that a different one?
You've got, oh my god, the sewing bread.
I mean, it's a whole family of blackballed carnies.
The song we sing about Norwich is your father is your brother, your sister is your mother. You love to fuck each other, Norwich family.
Those aren't my words, by the way.
But there's Roy.
Still being fighting with my family.
Roy's the one who I think's in prison.
Wow. I think you got that fighting with my wrestling with my family in the wrong aisle.
Zach is her direct brother.
You got the wrong version of that movie.
They didn't,
I think you got it
in the film. Can't make it.
You got it on the corner.
He's downloading it on LimeWire.
Yeah, you download on LimeWire.
He's like,
honestly, it's weird. Tony, there are stories about that family, and
I'm good. Yeah. We're gonna move on.
Well, I tell you what, legally speaking, why don't you tell us those stories?
I do want to make one more point about the mentality thing that you were saying after watching that Chris Statlander clip with her and CVV, where she's basically saying she wasn't ready for the title. It came out of nowhere. They just kind of plopped it in her lap. And the way she kind of ho-hums through that part of that interview was the way that her title run felt. And this, I think, is not, it's a little bit on her. It's like, look, girl, they dropped the belt on you. Get ready, like overnight, please.
Well, yeah,
like your mentality. But it tells you something. Like, some people need to be prepared. Some people need to understand where the story's going. They need wrestlers are still artists, man. They're still temperamental artists. They still want.
How many stories are there of like, oh, I got an opportunity. I showed up and I was told I was going to win a title and I didn't know. But
oh
I
my
made
god,
the most of it.
This is gonna be my first.
All of them in AEW.
This is gonna be my first very. This is gonna be my first very controversial thing to say. I hope this goes well.
Cut him off. We don't want to get sued.
I hope it goes well. But that does sound to me like a lot of like, even though she might have sacrificed her life or her career life, whatever, that sounds like a lot of white privilege, because like especially for Latinos and people of color, that doesn't happen like that. It's not like, yeah, I would like to be champion next year when I'm ready. What the fuck?
White people problems.
They're still not getting a second chance.
Exactly, Byron. Everybody here that is not of color will agree with me.
Come on, guys.
That sounds like, really, I wasn't. You just do it. You just do it, and then you will look back on it and be like, yeah, I wasn't ready, but
If you, as we've seen repeatedly, if you give someone a title or opportunity of color, and they do the Statlander thing, and they suck, or just not ready for it, should we say? And it doesn't, which is a mental thing, as you said, but they ain't getting a second chance at it.
Well, and that can. And look, we've heard Thunder on this very show say that she didn't feel very ready for her first title run. She still went in there and made the best out of it as best as she could.
And that's where you learn.
A little more prep would have been nice,
Yes, of course. And also, Chris gonna get her second run. So that's what I'm saying about like.
Is Chris gonna get her second run? Because honestly,
I would have, but after hearing her
on Tekla.
Yeah, no, they shouldn't. But maybe eventually,
No.
Like hearing her on the interview, it's like you're complaining. This is an opportunity that everyone should be striving for. You should be hoping every day you show up and you get enough. Someone's going to go, you're going to have an opportunity to get closer to being champion. And she's like, they gave it to me. And I was like, oh, but not now.
I know.
Shut up. It was not a good look in the interview. I'm not going to lie. It was not a good look in the interview. But I watched
Everybody's struggles are valid.
I was like, okay, now Statlander's whole title run there makes perfect sense, because the way that she looks in this interview talking about this right now is exactly the way I felt during her run. And the whole time I was like, no, I want this to be more. But she even said, she was like, look, I was finishing up this storyline with Willow. I was like tagging with Harley, and we're doing all this other stuff. And then they're like, and then Tony And she says Tony, and she means Tony Storm, was like, I'm going to come in and drop to you and blah, blah, blah. And then it really was just Tony Storm's decision, by the way, guys. It was like Tony Storm was like, okay, yeah, I've finally done enough. And then, TK's like, oh, well, great. I've always wanted to put it on Statlander.
Yeah,
Stat.
that's gonna be it too, because that's gonna be it too, because she had been waiting in line for a long time, but she got hurt twice.
Right.
And I mean,
TK always planned on putting it on her at some point.
It was.
He loves her.
She was supposed to be champion around the time Thunder was on champion, right? But did she got hurt around that time? Now I don't know if that was gonna be like directly after Thunder, right? But it was supposed to be there. Like I know that, but she got hurt, and that's when she got hurt the first time for real. Like, and look, I'm not trying to say, oh, your struggle is not valid or anything like that. It just feels like, and yes, it is very confusing, but that's just the nature of whatever they're doing. It is not like isn't like perfect science. You know what I mean? Like,
and it sounded like information for a shoot interview 15 years from now, not 3 months after.
So she's reflecting on it 3 months after it happened. Like, wait until it's like cold or something. I don't know. It was kind of. I don't know how
stupid. She's not good at cutting promos or doing interviews.
That's been her thing. She's kind of awkward, and so like she's a good wrestler, but she's like an awkward person. And like it's a tough self. I think there's other people on the roster that are probably going to pass her by in terms of like where they are in the pecking order sooner than later. You know what?
When they're in Gorilla, before she goes out for the 2 out of 3 falls, Tony Khan should ask her, "Hey, do you feel comfortable? Do you feel ready to maybe is it okay with you?
You're gonna tell Tony Khan to go bust somebody's chops, bro? That's mean.
Like, is it okay with you if we make a champ?
I'm gonna get
before we talk about more AEW, though, we have to do something.
Spoiled.
We have to do something before we talk more AEW, because I do want to get into our Revolution preview / predictions. But you know what that means.
I wish we could put it like an echo effect, so it'd be like.
It's time for that own face. You got that own face. Yeah. Guys, product of the month right here. And I got to tell you, you see the seal is broken. I lathered up with this today, and it is greatness. Okay. I'm not going to lie. I normally use my Old Spice Timber. But then I was looking at the ingredients on my Old Spice. I decided maybe that was a mistake, guys. Can I just say that maybe that was a mistake? Because I looked at the ingredients on here, and then I looked at the ingredients on my Old Spice, and then I realized, okay, it's got some fragrance. It's got some scent that I like, the Old Spice. It's got that timber manish kind of cool thing. But then basically I realized I'm bathing myself in a toxic chemical scrub just to basically put on some Old Spice cologne. Like, I can put on the Old Spice cologne without bathing myself in their toxins to do it. I don't know how many rabbits were killed in making that, but I can tell you none were harmed in the making of this particular product. The Own Face Skin Perfecting Body Wash is the jam. Hands down, love it. Never going to change. Super duper mad that I don't have the shampoo right now. Meef, did you know they have a 2-in-1 shampoo? Oh my God. Is it the next month's thing? Did you already get it?
Don't do it. Don't do it. No, not yet. Not yet.
That's for April. That's an April Fool's joke. Put that away. Anyway, we're still on this one. I just used it for the first time today. Absolutely.
You can't edit real TV, like live TV, bro. Come on.
I'm ecstatic with this product. And if you know anything about me, there's a reason why this product is on our show. It's because I was using this stuff before they came on as a sponsor. This is a product I believe in and I love. I was using the face wash, using the moisturizer, using the toner. Been using it for about a year now. But now I've got to add this into my regime right here. This is the Skin Perfecting Body Wash. Let me tell you a little bit about it real quick. It's perfect for acne-prone skin, which I don't really have a problem with, but my son does, and so this will be in our shower, and he can use it too. You want to say goodbye to body breakouts? Expertly formulated with high-impact ingredients, not that stuff like these are the high-impact ingredients that tackle common skin concerns, and it's infused with bioactive ingredients to purify, smooth, and hydrate your skin. And this is for all skin types. So black folks, white folks, Asian folks, come on, y'all. Y'all can all get down with this. We've got solutions for body acne and blemishes, dryness, acne-prone skin, dull and even skin. It's great after sports and workouts and outdoor activities for rough texture on your skin and redness and irritation. This is the jam right here. It's going to be sensitive. It's all natural. This is the stuff you want to get you through. It's free of sulfates and parabens. None of the nasty stuff. Hypoallergenic, non-comedogenic, non-stripping. It's got a large capacity. This is big. This is going to last you. You loofah it up, a couple squirts, you're good to go. It's 100% vegan, all natural, certified, cruelty-free, not harming the little guys, not harming the little animals. So to use this, you're just going to lather it up, washcloth, loofah, gently massage it into your skin, apply to areas, especially where you're getting breakouts. If you're getting some of that back knee wrestling people, you know what I'm saying? This is going to take care of the back knee situation. Then rinse it off thoroughly. Don't forget to apply sunscreen if you're going to be out in the sun, because you want to protect your skin once you get it all beautiful and exfoliated. All right, guys? You know where to get this, right? Do you know where to get it? You got to go to www.hommeface.com. That's ommeface.com. And then you got to do the thing. You got to put in our code. MMM20, MMM20 gets you this product. And here's the deal. I'm making a deal, guys. I'm making a deal. Rebecca, you paying attention? Tell your friends. Coleman, you paying attention? Tell your friends. If we get 5 orders of this before the end of Revolution, okay, that's all. 5 orders of this. I will go live on the Instagram using this product next Wednesday.
Oh my God.
I will do an Instagram live product trial of this, but we have to get those 5 orders. If we don't get 5 orders using the code MMM20, I'm not doing that. I'm not getting it. And I'm not talking like I'm going to get in there with this. I don't know. I'm getting in the shower. We're going on Instagram live. If I get banned, you better be there. Yeah, Coleman, you know you want to see it. Don't lie. Don't lie. You know you want to be there.
If we get 5 orders, I won't do that.
Yes. Please give us the 5 orders, because we don't want Byron to do it.
That is
man deep.
So if we don't get 5 orders, Byron does it. If we do get 5 orders, I do it. There we go. There's the deal.
Man deep's just dropped $1 million.
It's your fate, your choice.
I will say one thing though.
Offers the best in. Let me give it. Get the copy out. This is what they pay for right here. Face offers the best-in-class skin, hair, and body care solutions for men, powered by K-Beauty technology. HF products are 100% vegan, Leaping Bunny certified, cruelty-free, and crafted with clean, skin-friendly ingredients. For a limited time, add our promo code from this show, MMM20. You get 20% off, and you get the free shipping. So elevate your grooming routine and experience the HF difference today. That's MMM20 at ommeface.com. All right. There's the music. There's the Ommeface. This stuff
Meat has something to say.
I got loads to say. I got AEW stuff to go back to in a minute. I went on the website today to order some stuff. And
okay, wait, hold on. Wait. Start again.
Okay, so I went on the website, which is www.hommeface.com. And the prices are really good in comparable terms with similar products from similar other companies that you probably
they are, aren't they?
Actually, prices, I was
generally shocked. So like the product, can I say the price? Am I okay to say the price?
I mean, it might change. Prices are subject to change, but
and I'm also in a different country, so it was £19 for the body wash. And it's a massive tub for a start, but that's a really good price. That is ridiculous. Like, I was expecting it to be 40-50 quid. So I'm not trying to get them to boost the product prices up, but they're generally in terms of what you get. And the little test, the sample kit, we got the travel kit, If you order that right now, it's in UK pounds. It's only 23 quid, and you get a sample of the SPF 30 sunscreen, which is fantastic. The price point,
Yeah,
I mean,
the
a little set like
sunscreen
that
is-
costs like 30 quid by itself.
Sunscreen is
that
awesome.
great.
Byron, I don't know how Byron gets away with only getting the SPF 30 because I think he needs the SPF 10 million, but
I stay inside most of the time.
He mods up.
I did just mention to him he needs to get some sunlight anyway.
You're paler than me. Look at the video.
And I'm Mexican, but again,
He's got good lighting.
all right.
I did a question.
No, let me correct myself. But I'm Mexican.
Ish.
Byron did a little
Mexican-ish.
head.
What the fuck? No, I am 100% Mexican.
You've lived
I
in
was born in
Canada.
this country.
You lived in Canada. I never lived in Canada. People call me Canadian.
You look
Yeah,
like
you
it. You sound
actually
like
do
it.
look
You
like a
can
Canadian.
see why people would get that mixed up, though, right?
Yeah.
And the hockey thing.
Because I'm handsome.
Mm, mm,
You look like
handsome
you
like a Canadian bacon with a poutine.
As we mentioned, I get invited to those meetings, but they don't let me at the door. So
Watch more hockey. Man City lost bad today, didn't they, Meef?
They did indeed, which is hilarious. And
I'm
Valverde
glad I
scored
didn't put them in my
3
parlay.
goals, which is hilarious. And there was also Chelsea lost. Chelsea got hammered, which is
By the
always
way,
amazing because Chelsea are the
Tigres
worst
won the
club ever.
derby.
Tigres did win the derby.
Is that why you're
With
wearing this jersey?
The
again?
80-year-old
Yes, of course.
striker. Gignac.
40 years old, and gets there. So we put him out of the freezer to thaw. Minute 75. Usually gets in at minute 85. Scores a goal. We all go home. That's how this is working right now for this guy at 40.
I mean, it's not the worst league in the world, but because they've had Sergio Canales went out there and scored a lot of goals. Was he at T? No, he was in Monterrey, was he?
No, Sergio Canales. No.
I can't remember where he ended up.
See.
I remember watching him in his very first game for Racing Santander.
It was Rayados, yeah.
All right, time to talk about it. I'm gonna put this on the stage here. Let's see if this actually works. Did that work? Why don't I see it?
No.
How do I not?
Put yourself on it.
Oh, it's just taking time. Is it? There it is.
Buffer.
Not on my
There's
end.
the card.
Oh,
Hey, look at that.
production
That's the
value.
thing.
Ooh, wow.
This is what other podcasts don't have. They can all fucking go to hell. We have our shit together. This is what you come here for. The real shit.
Is this really what you
production
come
value.
here for? Wait, who looks best with the giant MMMshow thing on their head?
Byron, if
Yeah,
he
who's-
puts it
who's
in,
wearing
if he
the
puts it in his
mask?
face.
I can lean
The
to the
ultimate-
right. It
Okay.
doesn't
The
matter.
ultimate warrior.
They're not
Leaning,
looking at us.
leaning.
If you're looking at us instead of the AEW card, TK fucked up.
All right. So let me go to the.
Hey,
Let-
I'm good
can-
looking enough.
Do you want to start at the top of this card, or you want to start at the bottom of this card?
Right, his rightful place.
Wow.
Like it's at the bottom.
Did you meant
Let's-
what you
Oh!
said?
Let's start at the bottom of the card on the 0 hour, from 0 to hero, or from hero to 0. I don't know. My boy Trev. So
Most boring man in wrestling.
Oh, no.
Oh
It's
no, that's
funny
very
because-
unfair.
No.
That's very unfair.
this is one of those matches
I
that
like
Cochet's gotta hate. Because it's like, Tony, Tony,
no.
we're trying to save money. Why are you giving 21 people a pay-per-view bonus with 1 0 hour match? What are you doing? Though not everybody gets pay-per-view bonuses, but still. And I'm sure most of the
Depends
people
on-
in this match probably will be those people. But like, hey guys, maybe you actually get a chance to see Anthony Ogogo or Scorpio Sky or
Maybe.
Well, it is Los Angeles.
Shotty Lee or the varsity squad,
Is this the
whatever those
catering
guys-
battle royal?
Remember when
hey,
Scorpio
Johnny
Sky
TV. Johnny
TV,
TV
he's
better be
bald
there.
out too. That could be funny.
I
Two bald
think they
guys.
should do a bunch of bald guys in there, man. I think
Goldie TV.
the entire bald. It should be just the entire bald roster should be in there at one point.
When
Ah,
I
I can
see-
be on it. Hold on, wait a minute. I can wrestle.
Yes. When
Yeah.
I see 21-man blackjack battle royal, I think to myself one thing and one thing only.
Porn.
JD Drake.
Oh my god.
I want JD Drake and Nick Camarado to get some in this match. I don't know. Am I being mean? No, I really do actually love JD Drake though, by the way. He's one of my faves.
Yeah.
What does this match amount to? Is this for Ricochet's belt?
For the national championship.
For the national,
Yeah.
it's a fun. I mean, it's a gimmick battle royal. They always do a fun gimmick battle royal.
It's an elimination to set what the match type is going to be for the title.
And it is literally the only thing announced for the 0 hour, though I know
they added today.
AJ is booked for the card and he hasn't been announced yet. So I'm betting they'll put him on the 0 hour. Why they don't put him behind the paywall, I don't know. Now they've kind of ruined it and it's kind of always a 0 hour thing. But I would have, if that guy was drawing and doing those numbers on social, I would have put him as a gimmick match on the main card. Put him behind the paywall, dude. I swear to God, sometimes I just watch AEW and it's like they hate money. I don't get it.
Is Hobbs going to be in the battle royal?
But isn't it refreshing when a company does not care about money?
It is a little odd. I mean, I get it in your billionaire kid, but
I enjoy that they don't care about money. That's a big problem with today's society, man.
So focused on the materialistic.
Madonna's fault.
Oh, yes, sure.
Okay, so here's a match that I barely knew was happening. Tony Storm versus Marina Shafir. Everyone banned from ringside. So this is
okay. Hold on.
But
before you move on like that, is he gonna retain? Is this pointless? Like,
oh no!
Okay.
I did I not make it clear that I was picking JD Drake to win?
Oh God!
Oh no, Ricochet's winning.
Okay, so he's retaining, right? I mean, this is pointless.
Yeah.
They don't even have any. They don't even have a picture of like a group of credible threat guys on the poster behind him.
Tommaso's going to beat
Let it
it.
be masked men. Just let it be masked men.
I think they're going to do some fun stuff. You're going to see some fun spots and heat up the crowd, and then maybe if TK feels like it, you'll get a couple encounters that will spawn.
Look,
some
I think
matches
the
down
Rascals will be in there. Private Party will probably be in there. You'll probably have some really, really fun, great stuff. It might end up being the show stealer. It might be the match of the night. But and maybe something crazy could happen. He might drop to somebody else, but why? I mean, Ricochet's been great. This character's good. Him having the belt's been good. It's been a good run. Does anybody predict that there is somebody out there to take it? Or are we all saying JD Drake here?
I don't
All
know.
right.
Just who is relevant enough to take it? That's the question.
There's people out there,
There's
but
who?
I mean,
but who's relevant enough that is not already on the card in their own match right now?
I guess it depends on what caliber you belt the national title is, right? Because you got Briscoe and those guys like feuding for the TNT belt, and so is like the national on the same level. Can they carry their feud over into the national belt now? I'm just kind of confused where the national belt is in the scheme of all the other belts. And I know in general in AEW, all the belts are sort of the same, but this one just does not kind of feel like that.
I think
Ask
that's
me
a
where it
valid
stands
point.
with Ricochet's champ.
I think that's a valid point, but then to really establish the answer to your question, they have to have a couple of back and forth feuds. You have to see who else they throw in there. Is it Danny Garcia or is it Takeshita? Who is feuding with him for this belt? And I think that's going to tell you a lot. I think a lot of people could hold this belt, though. So
I like the belt on Ricochet. I think it's a good look. I think he's a cocky guy, and having him, if they're still doing it, if they didn't get tired of it after a month, having him go and beat people in indies, I think that's fun. That's another version of the Mercedes tour to independence across the country and world, and independent, and anything to help independent shows is fine by me. I think that's cool.
By the way,
it's really interesting how they
it's terrible
moved away from his
on
friend.
the vertical. Like it just wastes so much space.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and it pushed us all the way to the bottom. Is there a better way to do it? No.
That's fine. Let's just take the belt out of it so we can be seen.
I'm just trying to see what other options there are.
No,
that was good. That was really good.
We can make new layouts. I can make a layout right now for this.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I'm going to keep talking about this match, and if you somehow want to play with the layout while we're doing it, go for it. Marina Shafir and Timeless Tony Storm are in a feud. Did you know that? Yes, because they've been in some multi-person matches against each other, and they've seen each other face to face a few times. It's interesting because we've had a lot of conversations in the past about AEW making specialty matches feel relevant enough to be on a pay-per-view without belts. We have a few of them this time, but also, are there still too many matches on this card? Maybe.
No.
Put more.
No. Two more. There's two more. I'm trying to send you guys a.
It's probably 5 by the time.
There's 2 more new ones that have already been added.
Yes.
Well, is anyone looking forward to Marina Shafir and Tony Storm?
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, that kind of makes sense.
I agree.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that Marina is going to. Can I take the graphic out? Marina is going to win on this one because that will be the end of it, and I think Tony Storm takes a break after this.
Tony Storm is one of the greatest champions of all time. How dare you?
She needs to go home and just shield the fuck out or something because she's been working for like 16 months in a row. It's crazy.
I mean, and I think she worked longer than she had planned to because every time she got to the next thing, it was like, oh, I want to do this. Oh, I want to do this.
Oh wait, no. Put this is the other two other matches they put on there.
Yeah, those are the pre-show, right? 0 hours.
Willow Nightingale is going to get 2 bonuses.
Wait, Lena Cross has 2. They both have 2 matches.
Yes.
You know what's interesting?
Okay.
About Lena Cross. Lena Cross was a highly touted signing. People were super excited. Blah 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 blah. But like they put her next to the Megasis, and Lena Cross is taller and bigger than the Megasis. She's supposed to be the heater. She's supposed to be like the +1.
No, you're justifying stupid shit. You're justifying. Okay, so on one.
No, I'm saying it is stupid that she's put with the Megasis because then it makes their established star look smaller.
But is it okay for them to have 2 matches on the same show?
Oh no, I'm not even getting into that. I'm just how they're using Lena. I'm happy they signed her and they're doing something with her. But
wait.
It's not what you would do.
Back it up.
Back up.
Back it up.
So we have Willow Nightingale versus Lena Cross for the TBS Championship, and we have Willow Nightingale versus Lena Cross for the tag belts.
So Willow retains, and then obviously the Babes of Wrath lose, right? Like that's the only way this can work. Because if you come off a double loser, how do you even recover? From that?
and it's just I gotta tell you why this makes my crotch itch so much. Friggin' Penelope, that was supposed to be her belt, man. And it's exactly what I said was going to happen the second she got hurt. Like, oh, they're just going to move Lena Cross in here. They're going to be this, powerhouse team, and poor Penelope gets none of it. And that's exactly what's going to happen. But also, the crowd reaction for the debut of the Megasis and Lena or whatever, Cross Assists or whatever the hell they're going to be called, the crowd loved it. I mean, they look imposing. It looks great. And it's probably the best fit for anything that Megan Baines had yet. And so what's going to happen is hopefully when Penelope comes back, they have something else for her to do. I don't want to see her go back with Megan at this point in time. Just let Megan and Lena go do their thing, but remember that Penelope did her damn job and she was great and she looked awesome on this last run, and that she needs to get something when she comes back. Like, do not let her come back like Red did after her injury 2 injuries ago or whatever, where she came back and then like lost a match on Dynamite and then went away for like 3 weeks. Like,
Red wasn't bad. She came back. She got a quick program. She gave and then got back for Mercedes. She got to beat Mercedes.
I'm not talking about that time. I'm talking about the time last year.
She came back. She came back and then she lost. That's it. The day that she came back. Yeah.
It was.
I mean, you could see the vision.
It was ridiculous.
You could see the vision. They were clearly supposed to drop those titles when Penelope got hurt. And I'm assuming after the match, Lena Cross would have came in and did some kind of beatdown that would have led to this match that is happening between her and Cross in the 0 hour. So that's actually 0 hour. That's a pre-show. So yeah, my money's on Willow retaining and then the Babes of Wrath losing. It's got to be that. I don't see how it can't be.
I'm at the point where whatever is happening, I want them to do it and move on.
How long is 0 hour?
It's longer than an hour.
Long enough for Ricochet to wrestle 20 guys. All right, so let me put this back on here. And while Byron is playing with the layout, see now how's that layout working for you, Byron?
Huh?
No,
that's not what I did.
The same layout.
There it is. Yeah, I dig that one. I kind of dig that one, maybe. Anyway, it's good enough for government work. So, Brody, the breaker of chains, in a little cultural appropriation there, getting his roots on. Brody is now the breaker of chains as well as the,
I think it would have been
savior
really
of Latino peoples.
I think it would be really inappropriate if he had been the other way around, though.
But I mean, if we're gonna do it, we got Hangman Adam Page is the only guy who's allowed to cut Spanish promos. Brody King is the white savior of us from ICE. Like, why shouldn't Swerve actually get to be the breaker of chains instead of Brody? He's already got his gimmick.
What do you mean?
Brody's Van Nuys.
What do you mean, Adam El Güero?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, it's Brody versus Swerve. They're gonna do bad things to each other. Is this a no DQ match? This match actually has rules, it looks like.
That'd be so dumb if they had rules when they're supposed to be the gimmick is the most dangerous man in AEW match.
It doesn't say there's any stipulations on that thing. I'm looking at it. I see no stipulations.
Whoever's a stipulation match, it does have the thing on the top, right?
You see any stipulations in there?
Wow. So whoever gets DQ'd first. Just punch the referee, be like, I win. I'm
the most dangerous. I got DQ.
Maybe this is the match to determine, or this is just them having a chat to determine what stipulation they're going to have at the next pay-per-view.
Oh, well, so we didn't give our prediction on the Tony Storm thing. Who do we think is going to win the Tony Marina match?
I said Marina wins because that way Tony Storm can go home.
Okay, I agree. Anybody disagree with that assessment?
Yeah, you know what? I want to see Tony win. Like I think the assessment's right, but I hope Tony wins.
I think Tony's going to
win. Tony wins all the time. What's
yeah,
cool
she's
thing
a
about
big.
it? She already won like twice in.
I like her on my screen.
Hey, man, Stone Cold won all the time too. There's nothing wrong with seeing him win again.
We've been waiting for Tony to take some time off to lose and take time off for forever.
But do we want her to? Just because we know she should.
I don't. I know. I mean, like, I think she should. It makes sense. But, like, do I want Tony Storm off my TV? No. I love Tony Storm.
She could wrestle twice a month, whatever. Cut promos. Just be on TV every week.
Look, I also I want to see Marina win. I really like Marina's new gimmick. She's the only thing to come out of the Death Riders that I have appreciated at all.
I think she needs the win to be significant because otherwise
that's what they're going to do with her. Then
and I like the UWF style too. I like that more of that shoot fighting kind of style. I always had high hopes for Marina. I was extremely disappointed and let down when she had that crap match with Thunder. And that whole thing went south. It was a total letdown for me. Like, I was excited going into that night. I really wanted to see them, because Thunder can shoot too. Like, they can go, and I really had high hopes that they would do something with that, but there was no agenting that really allowed Marina to do what she was doing at the time. There was nobody coaching those matches to make them work in that UWF kind of style. And I think that's part of why Thunder got that ridiculous bad rap as sandbagging. She wasn't sandbagging, but the girl was trying to legit throw her on spots that weren't called.
Yeah, like Marina was a beater or eater of worlds in the Bloodsport gimmick,
right?
In those shows, but that she was struggling to convert that to a TV wrestling format. And like you said, no one was helping her, but eventually Mox did get a hold of her, and Mox kind of made it his pet project to get that.
And when Mox says, "Hey, you got to do the layout like this so her shoot stuff looks good," then you do it, and then all of a sudden, guess what? Marina's a freaking badass superstar because now they're teaching people how to work with it. And Tony is great. She's got a low center of gravity. She can take the hits. She doesn't mind doing Japanese style stuff with her. And
she has a what? Tony has a what?
She's hip to the style. Right? Okay. So Brody and Swerve, who are we picking in this match? This is a tough one to call.
Now we got to do this a little faster because there's 25 matches to go.
I know.
All right. Well, I want to say I think Swerve wins, but I think Brody, I would like to see Brody win. I think this would make Brody, but it doesn't make sense to me
I think Brody wins,
for everyone who's established to be putting over new people.
I think Brody wins because Swerve is established enough, but Brody needs the win. I mean, of course, this is people just like whatever writing, but I think Brody needs to win here, and also because of Los Angeles, he will probably come out with the, whatever ice abolish ice shirt or whatever.
If I'm booking this,
we need Brody King to get on Vlad TV.
You know what, though? I do want to say, I think Ice has gotten a bad rap, and they've been doing a lot. They've been putting themselves on the line to make the world and this country a better place. And I think that they actually are doing effective work, but we're struggling now because we have a conflict overseas that we're not doing as well as we were expecting to, and we need help from some of our best and strongest fighters. So I think we need it. It's American that we need to send Ice to Iran and rid us of the nuclear danger of those horrible terrorists. Ice, save us, please. Get on a plane.
You terrible human being. I don't think Brody should win this fight. And I think that if he doesn't win,
where's the shirt that says abolish ice?
Tony's biased. No, I'm with you, Tony.
I'm being sarcastic, motherfuckers. Come on.
I think this is a chance for Swerve to get big heat, and I think for him to be a top heel, which they really need right now, I think from him, he's got to actually prove that he is the most dangerous guy. I think who doesn't need that is Brody. I think that Brody is the one that has the support of the fans. I don't think that Swerve is over as a heel. If they're going to really do this here, he needs to do some awfulness to Brody, prove that he actually is the most dangerous guy, and take Brody out right here. And then you get Brody chasing for a while. And I think this feud can continue, and then you get Brody over at some other point. It's too soon for Brody to just take out Swerve. If we're thinking that Swerve is his former champion and mastermind, and we want to see Brody get onto the level where he could actually be the AEW champion, he can't win this match. He's got to lose this match.
You know, one thing that really got me tonight was the fact that Brody threw Nana onto the canvas and he bounced, and I was like, "Oh, not Nana!" I was like, "Oh, wait a minute, that's the job." I forgot for a second, right? I forgot.
Yeah,
the point of it. I was like, "Oh, they got me."
And did you see the second that the chain broke, it changed the entire gimmick of Swerve to chicken shit heel.
Yep.
And
his
got to give Swerve time to grow into that. You've got to give him some more heel moments, and he's got to do a heel thing to win here, or else I'm going to condemn AEW once again for not understanding the purpose of heels and baby faces. Like, if we really believe in Brody King and we really want Brody King at the top of the card, let's book this the right way with Swerve as a really awful human being heel. We know he can do it. We're one home invasion away from him being a great heel. So let's just pull the trigger here. That's my call on that one. So we're 50-50 kind of split on this.
I got Swerve on it.
You got Swerve.
You got the deciding vote then.
Yeah, I think I got Swerve on it, but like, because I think you're right on that to some extent. And sometimes the moment is actually him losing in his hometown, right? Like, that makes him more like, they talked about it. That's what they used to do in WWE. Is they always used to break your. Yeah, you got to break their hearts sometimes, you know. And this is a good heartbreak moment. And like you're saying, if you're trying to get Swerve heat, if you want to turn him heel, having him do some heinous stuff in like Brody's backyard too also helps with that, because the crowd is going to probably turn on him a little bit.
Swerve's going to come out in an ice uniform.
I was going to say, you stole it from me.
Got fired. Like, that's too far.
Swerve is going to come. No, because he only has to come out with like something on his face and green tactics. That's it. That's all. Like green fatigues. That's all.
Yeah, some Nerf guns. That's all he needs.
Yeah.
All right, got to move on here. We got the Kissing Bandit versus the Kissing Bandit here. Andrade El Idolo finally actually making a gimmick out of the El Idolo thing. That only took 6 years. And Bandito in a brown on brown crime match, which I hate. I don't want to see these two face each other.
It's called Lucha Libre. And
I don't want to see them face. I don't want to see these two face each other. I absolutely believe Andrade has to win this match also.
Yeah.
I don't know
if at the same time, Bandito
Andrade should win the match. He's been on fire.
I think
and they need to make him
win. Go ahead, Brad. Sorry.
They both need to win this match.
Well, they both do. Andrade needs to win the match because they're trying to establish him as a legit threat.
I think so.
Andrade needs to win the match because Bandito is he's a good hand, and like he's going to have his time.
Stuck in the mid card forever.
Bandito just got a world title run for Ring of Honor, and he just got a little world title.
That's my point.
MJF. So like now, but yeah, are we going to do that with Andrade? Is he going to get his MJF match? We don't know.
How old are both guys?
Old enough to wrestle.
But Andrade's the more interesting character right now. I mean, Andrade's doing good work
in that company.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know where you go with this. I just feel like, Andrade, he's new. He's back. If you're going to do it, if you're going to actually have Andrade here this time, you got to give it a push. You got to actually see where it goes this time. But this is also why I hate the fact that he's facing Bandito, because with where Bandito just was, it's like you're going to put him top of the card adjacent, then he should be getting the win if you're really trying to solidify him at the top of the card. But Andrade's not the guy to do it against.
I don't think a win over Andrade sorry, my English is failing me right. Legitimizes him in any form. Like the only
but that's why he shouldn't be wrestling him.
No, but Andrade will, because he just got. That's exactly the point. It will put him at least at the same level that Bandito is, where Andrade right now has no level. I mean, he's doing great with the ladies, but he needs to make this so that he at least is considered, and then you can have Bandito win the next pay-per-view or on the next Wednesday or whatever. Like, doesn't matter.
I just hope they do it the right way too. Like, Andrade should win this match, and then like Bandito should be out cold in the ring, and Andrade should be like laying there taking selfies with him and a knocked out
with his abuela.
Like, he should be.
Wow, wait, what? Why you gotta bring the abuela onto this? And why you gotta say it in Spanish? What the fuck?
Andrade should be taking pictures with his sister and his grandma. That would be awesome, actually.
No, that actually I approve of that one. Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah, I don't know. It is a tough.
Oh my
spot.
God, what is this match?
What is this match? No, wait a minute. No, wait.
Match.
What? You are, no, hold on. What the fuck? You guys are the ones that want this shit.
I like it.
You dedicate 45 minutes of a show to this shit. Doesn't matter. This is what you get, motherfucker. You were calling for this shit for like an hour and a half on the show. Now you get it.
I know.
Like, what is this? Oh no.
Because it makes no sense. Why is what is even happening? How did this where did the Mystico thing come from?
Wow, pronunciation
yeah, I know. See,
Mystico.
Mystico.
I love that. I will be calling him
Mystico from the 90s.
It sounds like you're saying chewing. In
Mystico.
Spanish.
All right, Mystico. Where did he even come from to get into this match?
He's very popular.
He's
very popular.
Luchador.
He's selling arenas all across Mexico.
He sells a lot of merch. That's what.
Okay, great.
I like Tyler's prediction that Knight's going to turn heel on Speedball. Why not at this point? Everything else in this match is so random.
I love they put Mystico with a title on it. Like what?
Oh God, Rebecca joke. She said, "This is the worst result of a key party I've ever seen."
Rebecca? What's a key party?
Wow, she invited you to one earlier. You didn't see the thing about kissing.
Byron lived in LA and he's pretending he doesn't know what a key party is. Come on.
I think the Don Callis family's got to win this. I don't see any other.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing rematches without the original trios here. That doesn't bode well for anybody. With a guy that only shows up once every 6 weeks. Of course, they're not going to win. They're not going on tour with Mystico. Mystico has 7,000 dates booked.
You just put belts. Yeah, you just put belts on Aussie Open, by the way. So
I know, and they haven't even touched on that. They haven't even brought up the fact that it's Aussie Open yet either.
Mystico has to piss off a lot of fans at a signing.
Hold on. We got to deal with important.
Rebecca, no.
You have to tell Rebecca that you will put your keys in her basket.
I don't know what that means.
You do.
I'll let her.
You don't have
explain
to.
It to you.
We'll talk on the DM. Explain it to me.
Ooh, DMs.
Explain it to him.
Explain to me.
Yeah, this is just look, I said it earlier tonight. I will watch Speedball Mike Bailey and Kyle Fletcher go at it until the end of time. Throw Mystico, Kevin Knight in there. This is going to be a great match. It just has no point.
It's going to be crazy. It's going to have some crazy spots.
Yeah, it is, but it's just I don't know.
It's not doing anything. Except,
I think that match needs more bases, though. It needs another
for
base.
fuck's sake.
Here's
This is gonna be great.
the meatloaf match of the night.
Hates Takeshita.
Not Takeshita. Please do not call him Konosuke Takeshita. It's Konosuke Takeshita.
Takeshita.
I can't stand it when they call him Takeshita.
The take a shit match.
And the other guy's name is Moxley. Moxley. John Moxley.
John
should have retired 15 years ago, Moxley.
Jeez, that was
First of all,
a baby then.
Are you guys missing the important thing here? I think you're probably missing the important thing. Let me help you guys out here.
I'm getting it.
Is an exploding.
You see what that says?
No time limit?
It says no time limit on a card that already has 9 matches on the main card.
No, 12. 12 matches. 12 matches.
No, but I mean 9 on the main card.
Nope. I think it's 12 on the main card.
What is it? I thought it was.
Yes.
I thought it was 11
right here plus the Willow. Tag one.
You're right.
Because that's 0 hour. Those are 8.
It just feels like that.
It's 9 on the main card. 9.
Well, to be fair, one of them's a 2 out of 3 falls. So that's its own.
We're getting there. We've already got a 21-man match in the preliminary show. Okay, and then we've got this no time limit banger here between 2 guys that I'm pretty sure are going to want to use a lot of time for the no time limit.
It should be 1 second time limit match.
I would like to see Takeshita win this. I don't know that the Don Callis family can have any more gold.
I think the Don Callis family screws something up for him here.
No, I think he wins because he's going to be the next unified champion. So this is the first stage of that.
That's possible.
I think I don't give a fuck. So let's move on.
It's going to be a great match.
Mox retains. I got Mox retaining.
Shut up,
Okay.
I want Mox to retire.
In a matchup in a battle that I
No one cares.
want to see, but not on this card, FTR versus the Bucks. I just don't care about this right now.
Which number of how many times do they wrestle each other now?
5.
Four.
I think it's 5.
Right.
This is the fifth.
This is for the marbles.
Yeah.
This is the
I mean,
rubber match.
they're going to put together a great match and they're going to do a great job of it, but it's also like we got other stuff we want to pay attention to now. You know?
Yeah, it
like-
just does not feel. This does not feel like the time for this match. I want this match to be in summer at some other kind of show.
Wait, you don't
yeah.
care about the best tag team of last year?
Yeah,
Did they win something?
they did.
I think
They
it would have
won
been
2
more
awards. They won Sports
interesting.
Illustrated and the Dave Meltzer Best Tag Team of the Year award from
Let's not mention his
Pro
name.
Wrestling News, whatever.
You know what? I will say this about the match. I am looking forward to them. Not like it's going to be trash, but I'm looking forward to getting past this so we can get a different team challenging for the title.
No such luck. You will
Good
still
luck.
be watching this until.
It's not Takeshita, it's Takeshita.
Oh wow.
Takeshita.
That's just me.
Nobody is a take a shit.
Well, who do you guys got on this one though? Because I don't necessarily. Is it clear?
Nobody cares.
I would
FTR.
like for it to
FTR
be
retains.
FTR.
FTR retains.
My money's on Big Stoke. Keep him on my TV.
Yeah.
Why is Pocahontas wrestling next?
Yeah, I think I got FTR. I don't want FTR, but I got him.
Tekla looks mean. Statlander looks
Confused.
bored and confused. Why is this the look that they picked for Statlander for this poster?
That's her like natural
photos
state
is what
of
we got.
existence.
Yeah, I
And you
don't
really
want to
think she's gonna win?
No, she shouldn't. Tekla's great.
No, you don't want
okay,
to
if
put
she
that kind of
doesn't win-
pressure on Statlander. She's still figuring it out.
I mean,
Tekla's great.
If she doesn't win, why did they continue to do this? Why did we do the whole Thunder stuff, right? Like, like what is I don't then they should have moved on and just like feud her with someone else.
Statlander looks like she's about to release an emo album in 2004.
I mean,
Statlander's great, and they got a lot of good babyface challengers that they can use against her. This should be a good run because of the amount.
Adam
Tekla's
Page
great.
looks pissed at Statlander.
Like-
He's like, you should care more.
You got a bunch of people that she can go against that are credible challengers, and I
who,
think
Statlander?
no Tekla.
Oh,
I'm saying there's a
yeah.
lot of really good. They have a better stable of face women's wrestlers right now than they do heels, and so she has a lot to work with. And so I think that she should be
especially
championly for a while.
Especially if Willow and Harley are going to drop too. I mean,
Yeah.
I think you can get Harley back in that program. I think you got other people. I don't know. I think you keep this. I think you keep it on Tekla. I don't think that was the plan. And
Exactly.
I think
that is the thing. That is the thing. I think that's exactly what happened. They had a storyline, and then in the process, it evolved, and it became evident that Tekla was getting over, and people love to hate her. Again, a lot of work for Thunder Rosa in that department. I just gotta say, but you have to bring it back to where it was, and I think in Tony's mind, that's how it works. So maybe we're we are being obvious the fact that Tekla should be continue. I'm not saying I will prefer Tekla, but I think Statlander, wins it because that's the way this was drawn, and there is very little chance to pivot.
Look, we all know, well, I won't say we all, but a lot of us know that what happens with Tony Khan is he gets an idea and he sticks to it, and he will wait a year to execute an idea sometimes if he has to, but he likes things to be a certain way. And if in his mind he saw the belt going back to Statlander right here, he will probably do that. However, I know that Tony Khan loves him some Tekla right now, and there's a reason for it, because Tekla comes to Tony and she talks about old wrestling stuff that he likes. She said publicly and to Tony, she has zero desire to ever work in WWE, and she is with AEW for the long haul. She has said that. These are the things that make Tony Khan book you to the moon. This is part of why he loves Bryan Danielson. This is part of why he loves Mox. He loves the people that can come in there, talk about the kind of wrestling that he enjoys, and that say things like, I don't care about WWE. Tekla has said all those things, and where she is right now is not surprising. She moved up quickly. She moved up steadily. They booked her consistently. If Tony was ever going to pivot, our Tony, I think that this might be one of the times where Tony Khan might actually pivot off of an idea that he had stuck in his craw. He'd be smart to.
If he does, then I will have a little bit more faith. This is the craziest part. It's not even about the match or who becomes the champion. It's about how much faith I will have in Tony doing the right thing in the future, right?
And you're looking at two different people that have been given the opportunity to grab that brass ring, as they say, right? Because they gave the belt to Stat, and she looked uncomfortable with it, and then she went and did an interview that talked about how uncomfortable she did with it.
And then she posted this photo, very uncomfortable.
Yeah, and then they have Tekla that's grabbed that ring and has looked like a champion and a badass from the very second she's had this belt, and even before that.
Tekla has it figured out. Like she's done this in Japan for the longest time. She like for a year or two before she came to AEW, she was revamping her gimmick, her character in Stardom to be what we see today. And she left Stardom firing on all cylinders. She lost a match where the owner of the company fired her like after the match in the ring on the show. And they kayfabed it too when she came here. Like it was a huge thing. And so you have Statlander doing an interview saying she didn't have herself. She didn't know herself, and she didn't know what she was doing when she got the title. I hear that, and I'm like, no.
Well, let's use that heartbreak for a good chase program, because
sure, but then that's not this right now. You need to build the chase program.
And this isn't terrible. I don't mind this little bit of a chase right here, but I'm still not quite seeing what I need to from Stat to make it work. But realistically, we haven't had a great heel champion that has worked in the women's title picture and the big belt since Toni Storm first went heel herself. Like, we had that brief little Mariah May stop off, and she was a decent heel, but it wasn't designed to last long. In fact, wasn't her only heel defense against Thunder again. And then she just went back and dropped at Revolution last year to, I can't believe that's only a year ago that Mariah May left. But
who,
right? Exactly. Blake Monroe. But everybody knows, like, to build a great division, you need great heel champions. And I think right now is the time to have one and leave it on her. So to figure out who else you can build. And while you're figuring out the rest of this division, Tekla is the way to go. She's the one that will get it done for you. I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm picking Tekla with my heart, and my brain says that Tony Khan's going to put it back on Stat.
I agree.
I will groan. I don't want it. Don't do it.
Don't
do it to me, TK. Don't do it to me. It's not good for the business.
Someone get TK on the phone right now.
Get him on there. And I like Statlander, but Tekla is just next level right now.
You want to talk to him, Byron?
I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna say, bro, please, sir, sir.
Sir, bro.
Tekla has to win. She just has to. And then that's all I have to say.
Look, don't get
First off, Mr. Khan, this is your year. You're winning the Super Bowl. The Jags are dope. Blair Lawrence is going to be awesome. But you know what would be even better for 2026? Tekla winning this match. There we go. Come on,
that's
TK.
More,
Look,
that's
the way that TK works, though, if you're the last person in his office tonight, that might be how it works out. Because sometimes he does listen to the people that come through the office. I mean,
so we should hang out. Let's hang out in Gorilla, and before they hit the first music, we'll just yell over at TK, "Let Tekla win, please,
please, Tekla, or we riot."
I got a question for the people in the chat. How come I only see one heart on my screen? Y'all ain't hitting the like button? Y'all don't like the show?
You guys are dickheads.
People in the chat, come on, hit me up with some hearts.
Encouraging, man.
Give me some hearts. Make me feel like I'm doing something over here, man.
Where's the hype button? Come on, who's hyping?
I'm gonna tell you why I like this headlining match. It's not because I'm a big fan of Hangman Adam Page. I am a fan of MJF, but his shtick gets a little whatever after a while. I like this match because I genuinely cannot tell you who's going to win. I can't tell you how this match is going to go. I have absolutely no idea. And thusly, I'm invested in watching it just to see how it pans out. The Cody clause makes me feel like, okay, Hangman's got to win. But some of the other stuff, like the challenge from Andrade and some of the things that MJF has been setting up, like, why did we do all that if he's just going to drop to Hangman? So because of the Cody clause and because of the way that MJF has been booked or booking himself, I genuinely have no idea who's going to win this match. I'm going to pick MJF because I want to see MJF and Andrade for the title.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's going to happen. I really genuinely have no idea where this is going.
Yeah, it's that stipulation. Actually, you know what? That's the Cody stip is actually working, isn't it?
It's working this time.
Son of a bitch.
I will say this to Cody. I thought about this. I put some real thought into this. And I think I got
compared to the fake thought he put into everything else, everybody. This
this one's
not makes the thoughts.
Bear bullshitted the last 2 hours and 12 minutes of the show. Now
but this one I put some deeper thought into, you know. I think the Cody clause is also different than it was when Cody was here for a few different reasons. There's so many more belts now that they try and make legitimate, you know? So, like, you know, I mean, like, he has other options. When Cody was doing it, it was like the TNT clause. It was the TNT title, and that was it. He's either going for the TNT title because he couldn't go for the world title. But now there's, like, way more titles that are pretty prestigious. So I don't think him necessarily not being able to challenge for that hurts his situation as much. And I also think that they can use that stipulation to, I don't know. I think Hangman is more interesting with it because does he like make a heel turn to get it, or is there some other? How do they write themselves out of it? Because I do think Hangman would be more open to the idea of getting written out of it down the line than Cody was per se.
Well, I'm gonna choose MJF because of Adam Page. That's it.
You just don't like Adam Page.
It's not that I don't like him. It's just that
you told me that.
What? That I don't like him? Oh, that's why I don't like him. That's true. Did I say that?
Yeah.
I just don't like
a lot.
No.
Multiple times.
Have I made that point clear?
You get angry about him.
Do I get angry about him? Okay.
Yeah.
Watch this. Wow, someone feels something about Adam Page. It's a miracle.
Okay, Byron,
Tony, watch this. Remember what they had the show at CML, and Adam Page spoke Spanish and said he was a cowboy.
Oh no!
See?
Did I get angry? I black out. I just don't.
Okay, that's fair.
No, I mean it's just like I don't know. I don't think. I mean, to be honest, it got me a little bit involved, but I think the aftermath of just having MJF and Andrade at one point. That's what, again, going back to that story, Andrade has to win, and then he goes for MJF. And I don't know if he wins against MJF, but at least he's going to be there, you know?
And to answer Rebecca's question, if MJF wins, who ends up beating him so Paige ends up as champ, I think it's Andrade.
Yeah.
Or Will Ospreay down the line.
Well, Ospreay at Wembley.
Yeah, that's where I'm thinking. I think it's Ospreay at Wembley.
I mean, you know what? I don't care if it's so forecasted and predictable. Let him win the world title in front of his family, in front of his, his wife and his stepkid in Wembley. Like, whatever about spontaneity and surprising, whatever, that's going to be like the feel-good moment of the whole year in wrestling. That's what I'm predicting for Revolution.
And then we get some MJF, and I like MJF on my TV screen.
For me, I wanted a decent
probably watch him
MJF.
on a Netflix movie, so it's okay.
I wanted a decent MJF run, and I do want that Andrade match and program. I'd like Andrade to win in a few months. I don't want to cut MJF short, but I think you strike while the iron is hot. And you give Andrade the belt and see what he can do with it, see what he could drive with business. But conversely, with the Cody clause, I don't want Hangman to lose. But then maybe he goes away and does the sad cowboy thing to come back, which he's done a couple times.
Can it be a sad alcoholic cowboy though? Because
no, it's fine. Look, he's gonna go away. Spring is coming. That's when you get the cattle from the mountains. So he can go back and just wrangle some cattle. I will help him out. You need to get a coyote, but that is the perfect time for him to go home. This is.
I think the Cody clause for him is actually kind of interesting. The other side of this is his whole programs have always been built on the World Championship. I mean, like, what else has, at least for the last few years, what else has he really done? Everything that he's been doing has been trying to build to this World Championship thing. It would be interesting for him to have to do something else with his character other than that, because I think a lot of people are here saying that they're bored of the stick that he's doing right now. And it's he's been this.
But it's wrestling. It's like Steve Macklin lost a match in TNA that was a loser leaves town match, so he had to leave TNA and sign a new contract, and now he's back. You know what I'm saying? It's like
but there's other championships he could go for, and it makes his character more interesting because he can't just do the world title thing, and so maybe he has to go after.
Okay. But Cody should have always.
This is the thing. We're talking about, like, it's going to be really hard for him to, or that they have to write all this. This is not Marvel trying to retcon a reality, man. It will be, he will get another match when he can actually challenge after he wins that match. And then you have 2 matches to make a pay-per-view. That's it.
That's what I'm saying. And if they do it well, this Cody clause is not a problem, because you should be able to defeat the Cody clause by working your way back up. Like, run him through the gauntlet of, you've got to do and this is part of the problem though, with not having an on-screen booker character for AEW, because who is going to make him jump through all these hoops to undo the Cody clause?
The Young Bucks.
The Owen, that could be something where, like, he can't challenge for it, but then he goes and competes in the Owen and earns a chance to do it, something like that.
And those are the things I'd love to see. I'd love to see him have to do, like, win 8 matches in a row, and then you do crazy things like you bring in Nick Gage again or something, whatever. But then, like, he loses the last one, and all of a sudden it's like, no, he still can't challenge. Like, that could actually be fun.
It does work for him.
Do it.
It does work. Yeah. I mean, you have to have. I mean, we could talk about it in fantasy book, but you need the follow through, because it does work for him where he thinks and he acts without thinking first, which is why he did the Cody clause, and then immediately leaving the ring, he showed visual signs of regret over that.
Yeah, that
but
is
he's
the
got
thing. Can they
Or-
book it
or-
well?
Or he can go back to the ranch and build a barn, and it's okay.
That's Amish. He's
Or
a
he could go
cowboy.
hang out in CMLL for a while and be a heel cowboy.
Oh God.
But I mean, yeah, no, I think it's interesting. It's interesting.
Let's talk about it.
Oh God, Cody.
It's
Yeah.
4:30 a.m. in the morning and you're talking to me about Adam Page.
Meef, what room are you in? Are you in a janitor's closet? There's a ladder.
Did you just realize this? He got kicked out to the kids' room.
You went out
This
of
is
your way
actually
to
Rose's old
insult
room.
Bear's setup, and you had nothing to say about Meeps until now.
I just noticed.
All right, so what are our predictions here? I want to go around. Meatloaf, besides not caring, who do you predict will win?
Not wrestling.
Fair.
Wrestling will not win.
No.
Okay.
Bear.
I got MJF, and I'm not necessarily excited for this match, but I enjoy a good MJF match, and Hangman's good, so I'm excited to see the match. It's not my favorite match on the card.
Man,
Tony,
I'm just.
You're not Tony.
Yes, you're not Tony. You're
No,
Byron.
I wasn't answering the question. I'm just making noises.
Okay,
We
you have
know.
to get angry. It's not me talking about Hangman Adam Page.
You're smangry.
You hate him, and he's my hero.
Okay.
That wasn't me.
What? I think I did it by mistake.
Byron's using his white privilege.
I'm going with MJF because it makes more sense to have him continue with the belt unless he's got to make, I don't know, Waterboy 2, which they are making.
Yeah.
So that we can later on have Andrade Mil Almas, el ídolo, el Mil Muchachas. beat him for the title later on I don't know, some summer pay-per-view.
Hey, Ron.
I have to agree with Tony on this. I mean, I'm kind of right now envisioning myself being sad at the Staples Center on Sunday evening. At the end of the show, seeing Hangman lose, that'll be a bummer. But you think about what's next. What is the next step? And in terms of storytelling, it's interesting where it goes when see you on Sunday.
Oh no, but you won't see Byron on Sunday. You will see Danny on Sunday.
So I read
at the actual event. So we're gonna have Danny come by and hang with us for our watch party, not along. Our watch party.
We're not old.
Sunday.
We're cool. Hip. We do watch parties.
Yes, we're gonna have a party
like a teenager.
We're inviting a lady to the party
Smoke
this week,
cigarettes.
so be on your best behavior and dress appropriately, gentlemen.
Everybody on a tux.
Meef, put on
I
a
don't
clean
know about
shirt.
that.
I'm at work.
Clean yourselves up. Come by here on Sunday. We're going to start about a half hour before the show, or maybe sometime just in the middle of 0 hour. But before the main card, we'll start.
Midday.
That'll be fun. It'll be fun for you guys to do a 20-hour
Hey,
watch
you know
party.
what,
I
guys?
have the catheter set up. It's all
We're
good to
taking
go.
shifts.
There's
It'll be
still,
all
hold on. There's still a collision
on
left. So
Saturday.
On
yeah,
Saturday.
so
They're taping it right
Hard
now.
subject to change.
they could add another 5 matches.
Well, Danny, I
I do
hope
wanna-
you're prepared. Bring snacks because we're
Yeah.
going to be in for the long
It's
haul.
like camping.
We'll teach you how to turn your camera and microphone off when you have to take a break because it will happen.
Get up,
but
stretch.
Yeah, we're really excited. And also, Danny's episode is doing great. So if you guys haven't watched the interview we did on our Sunday sit down series with Danny, please go and check that out. It was really fun. We had fun chopping it up, talking about wrestling and honestly, a lot of the Mexican perspective on WWE. It's also really cool to talk to Danny because she is from a different generation of wrestling than the rest of us. In that
That was
she
pretty cool
really
and respectful.
came into loving wrestling during the PG era of WWE. So it gives her a very unique perspective that the rest of us, I think don't have. And in fact, I was barely watching WWE at the time at all.
Because
And
we're
that's
old.
like her bread and butter. So go check out that interview. It's worth it. There's thousands of people watching it, and you can be one of them. So, Danny, yes, we will see you on Sunday. Which is a great segue because Tony was telling me, like, hey, make sure you plug that Danny's going to swing through.
Yeah, it's not like I texted her to drop by or anything.
Yes, come and hang out. Yes, Coma digs it. So this pay-per-view, AEW pay-per-views tend to be good.
Mm-hmm.
Is this one going to be good? Danny says, I've already got my sleeping bag. You know,
I do want to say when I watch AEW pay-per-views from home, we developed or we figured out
Ice cream.
I say this every time. Yeah, you pause halfway through, we go and get ice cream. You can do your own thing. But it helps
You don't have to pause
to have an intermission. It's a long
and if you do that,
journey.
Just know that you can pause the watch along also, the watch party, I'm sorry. But when you come back, your comments will no longer be in real time. So just remember that you'll be talking a half an hour behind everyone else like Byron tends to do on this show all the time. Anyway.
Are we doing pops and drops yet?
Yeah, we're doing it right now. I got the banner up and everything.
Okay, just a question. How many matches do you think you're actually going to watch when you're live?
My drop is Meef's face.
Oh. Also,
we're going to keep this concise this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just real quick. Actually, I think we should bet on how long the show is going to be. Is
I
it
was
going to
thinking
be
that too.
5 hours and 30 minutes, or is it going to be
14 hours?
Well, the over under is 5 hours. Is it going to be over 5 hours or under 5 hours?
I think we did one that was like 5 hours, right? Because it was like 1 a.m. in here in Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did one that was 5 hours long with 13 matches.
Yeah.
Tony loves this overrun. I'll take.
I mean, we have a no time limit match in here, a 21-man match in here, and
2 out of 3 falls.
That match.
It could literally go on forever. They could wrestle until Wednesday.
Wednesday night Dynamite coming right off the heels of Revolution.
Justified this as long as shit chance.
TK's paying overtime rent at crypto until Wednesday because
I
no
wonder if
one wants
that
to go
Byron
home.
is the person giving someone shit about overrunning.
Okay. This is a little segment we like to call the Ohm Face, not Hot Takes and Sausage. Why is Hot Takes and Sausage on here? It's pops and drops.
You clicked on something. You had it right.
Hot Takes and Sausage.
Man,
Yeah.
hot cakes and sausage would be delicious.
Nobody wants your cakes, Byron. So
Everyone.
Man deep.
I want to eat pancakes.
I want to know who's got a drop. We're going to do drops first, and we're going to end with pops because I like to end on a positive note.
We
You
do a
guys wanna
wrestling
know my drop?
podcast.
I guess you have to do your drop.
Who's do
I have to do mine. Mine's not ready yet. I have to add
Who's
a
going to do
screen.
the sex pest at the Eve show?
Oh yeah, that thing. Yeah,
I'm not doing it. That's
you're not gonna do it.
No, it's controversial.
I actually missed that one. So
Is
The Will Ospreay thing.
yeah. One
Yeah.
of the producers is on the list.
Oh,
Not Epstein, but the Me Too.
Well, my understanding is Ospreay has like really defended him in the past too. Like
No, they all love him. I think it's in a circle, it's a little debated, or he's denied, and then he's established a good rep beyond that. So it's
Will Ospreay is entangled with lots of people. Is all I'll say.
yes, he thinks Meef is going to do it. My drop is my pop is the WWE video game.
Not a pop.
My drop. I need context. I need context for the drop. That's how you tell stories. I need context for the drop. My drop.
Only drops.
I'm going for a drop.
My drop.
Okay, drop.
My drop is the WWE video game being turned into Fortnite with the ringside pass, where you pay money to unlock a tier. Then you have to earn points to unlock the stuff you paid for. And so they make you, it forces you into a
$500.
situation where you have to grind, and you have to do like the same match where you job someone out in 2 seconds, a degree match, drop someone out 2 seconds, and then you level up to level 40 so
Is the
you can
game out
unlock
yet?
everything you paid for. And then today they released a patch that stops you from grinding to level up. And it's like, you made us with the ringside pass. This is just a wrestling game. Don't do that type of bullshit. Fuck you. I don't want to buy another video game if it's going to be like that. Drop.
I'm not.
Who's
Was it
next?
$350 because you can buy the thing to.
If you,
to
it's
get
150 for the full version,
Well-
and then you can skip tiers for money. So if you pay
Yeah.
the maximum amount to skip all the tiers to pay the highest version of the game, it could be over $600 for a dumb wrestling video game in this economy.
Hella drop, bro. You're absolutely Byron has actually nailed it with a drop.
I'm gonna tag team onto his
That's what I
drop.
was going to do his drop as well.
I'm kind of bummed that they didn't put AAA as a promotion in the GM mode, because like right now it's like sometimes I want to change it up a little bit. Like the ECW is kind of fun, but they don't have like half the belts, and so I was like, oh, AAA would be a cool one to do if we're booking. And I thought for sure once they bought it and got some of the wrestlers in there that they were going to get the AAA brand as a brand that you could be in, and they did not.
I think they will next time, but I mean, let's think realistically. The coders were done with this game probably 3 months before the merger with AAA was even announced. You know what I mean?
It's always funny the 2K game because
they have all the belts and they have all the wrestlers.
WWE usually releases wrestlers.
They would just would have had to build the freaking stadium.
I had to spend hours with Roman Reigns beating BFAB over and over again, so I could unlock Mr. Iguana.
Wait, so what do you mean stadium? We don't have stadiums in Mexico. It's all
whatever, the arena.
It's all mud
tables
pits
and whatever.
It's all mud pits, according to Liv Morgan.
Well, wherever it
not
is.
me. I'm on your side.
Meatloaf, do you have a drop? Because I know there's lots of things you don't like.
Refereeing standards in football.
No, I was gonna say, but in wrestling, brother.
Okay, in wrestling, it would be the general state of everything. It's getting. I didn't think it could get worse.
Good drop of the week in wrestling is wrestling.
Yeah, I didn't think it could get worse. And then you flick on I mean, at the minute, I'd rather watch the news.
Ooh,
to cheer myself up.
Oh
You know what I
damn!
mean?
Okay, that's a little extreme.
I can tell you what you'll see on the news. It's me standing on the corner begging for change so I can buy gasoline for my car. And I live in Cleveland, not even in Los Angeles. I don't even know how you could do it in LA right now.
Byron doesn't leave the house.
Why is your gasoline so expensive?
I don't know, because they close the entire strait that all the gas goes through.
And they're bombing the shit out of all these refineries.
It's because the envoys.
And we forgot to finish taking over Venezuela first.
Yeah, we left
But
there.
that's
we
America,
bombed there.
right?
We left
You
without
didn't-
taking the oil.
You didn't follow through on your invasion.
We're so happy.
Dear God, I don't want to even.
When was the last war America ever actually won or finished? So
America.
It's not even against the British because the French did that. So
coming to save the whole mother world, yeah.
I mean, saves a stretch, isn't it? Saves a stretch.
Yeah.
I have before we do any more drops or pops or whatever the fuck. I have to. Oh, you're gonna laugh at this, Bear. So by his lordship, the Count of Brisbane, Comatose, has asked me to.
It's Brisbane.
Pass on. I don't know the name. I'm fucking with.
Brisbane.
Has asked me to bring on the next Shui contender. Challenger, yes. And it is Bear's time to do a Shui during the next pay-per-view live stream that we have. So there you go, man. You're gonna go and have to find some, I don't know, because I did it on a boot. Now you're gonna have to go and find a work boot or something.
I'm gonna have to go get a rain boot.
I'll send you one of my old hockey skates.
Wait a minute, I've got to give Bear
He
advice
lives in
on this.
Minnesota. It's a duck boot, obviously.
I've
Eh?
got to give him
Das
advice.
boot.
It's really important advice.
That's
the Australians,
when you do a
shoey.
One of those Wolverine boots that with the laces. So I don't know. You understand me?
When you do a shoey, you have to get some authentic Australian alcohol. So Foster's is the best. They'll really appreciate it.
It's Australian for beer.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
It's Australian for beer. It's their favorite beer.
We all grew up in the 90s, apparently.
Australian thing. And it would be really respectful of you to be culturally appropriate of you to drink Foster's for them.
If everything goes well, 2 pay-per-views from now, Daniela could do it out of a shoe. Could do a shoey too.
Yeah, that'd be
all right.
great.
Well, we'll figure it out. I got a few days to figure it out.
You got a couple days to figure it out. Tony, drop
the AAA Women's Championship belt.
Yes,
I have to.
Looks like it's been dropped.
I have to say it was really bad, and also the CMLL commentary on the women's program, only program. It had a lot to work. The matches were amazing, and at times I did not even put it on the audio because. Sorry, ladies. You got to keep going. They got to let you work normal shows, not so you only there once every year. Come on. It's not on the ladies. It's on production.
Can I tell you my drop of the week now? I got to tell you my drop of the week.
No, stay calm and stay in the mix. What?
This is my drop of the week.
Can you put it?
This, as if it wasn't bad. I can't. It's just however it's on there. As if it wasn't bad enough that Gina Carano's married secretly, which actually I'm kind of okay with. But like I knew Miles and Stephanie were seeing each other, but now they're like kissing on camera. This isn't going to make money for anybody.
What's Booker T going to do?
We, as wrestling fans, as male wrestling fans, we need to know that Miles Bourne is single.
Good news for you. Good news for you today. This is breaking news. If we're on this one, Liv Morgan and Bo Dallas just broke up. So Liv Morgan is back on the market for our Real Housewives of Wrestling.
She's with Dom. Haven't you been watching?
Wow. Yeah, and Dom's wife booked that. No, I did think it was. I thought it was cute and funny because, of how they speak. And I just thought that this would be my drop of the week.
What do you mean how they speak? Is this an accent problem? Is that what we're talking about?
No, I mean she's got kind of a higher pitched voice. No, but I do have to say this, and anybody who knows me knows that I really, really think that when you're in the entertainment industry and in the entertainment business, you're better off keeping some of this stuff a little more on the DL. Like, yes, Liv and Bo were a thing, but how often did you see them? Not that often. Lola and Damien, a little more. But like Steph, you're really getting popular right now. Miles, I'm sure, is a great guy. He seems super duper awesome. But at the same time, this is not the kind of thing that helps you sell t-shirts. Just saying. This is not the kind of thing that you really want to do when you're trying to move up the ladder. And I've expressed this to other wrestlers of like, you might want to keep your stuff a little on the DL. I know you want your significant other to feel appreciated and seen or whatever, but if they're really down for you, if they're really the Clyde to your Bonnie, then they got to understand that the way the business works, you don't necessarily want to be putting your business out like this. So this is just a drop for me. Steph kissing Miles. Now, the other half of this drop is that the America's just now finding out about her situations with her ex down in Mexico.
Yeah.
How did it take that long?
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
We didn't talk about it on that super famous interview that she did for the taco block because it was very fresh. So we just didn't talk. At that moment, it was. I don't think she could because that is the most widely known interview until like recently other stuff has come out. I mean,
Well,
I'm
and
not
maybe
saying-
that is the problem. Is because that is the interview that most Americans watched to get to know Steph, and it wasn't talked about then because wasn't he still in jail just getting out at that time?
Yeah. So at that moment, so the only reason why he's
The
free right
protests
now,
were
I
happening, weren't they?
believe. What?
Weren't the protests happening or the marches happening at that time?
Yeah.
Literally, like,
Well, yeah. It was a culmination of things, but the reason why he's free right now is because she's not in the country. So the guarantees of her freedom. So you can have your, like in any other country, if you pay a fine, you can, or a bail, you can have your court date. You can wait at home for your court date, right? So the only reason is because she's not present at the country anymore. So of course they argued she's not here. Why is my client in jail, right? What is he supposed to be afraid of? So that's the only reason. But the process still is going on. And at that moment when he was in jail, and I don't know, man. It is very strange.
And for those who don't know, we don't have to get all the way into it. You know, Steph had a kind of an abusive relationship with her previous boyfriend, and he was kind of brought up on some charges. We won't speculate on the guilt or innocence of those, but also he is connected in the industry and still has some friends at promotions that may be adjacent to where she currently is. So it presents some interesting situations in general.
Definitely.
It's
but
messy.
It seems like she's at a point in her life where it's not that she wants it to go undealt with, but at the point where she, I think, understands that the opportunities she's receiving in life are important, and she wants to make sure that she doesn't get mentally bogged down in a situation that is just always going to be bad no matter what, when she could be moving on with her life and doing things that she enjoys and likes, like being the world champion and dating Miles Bourne. So
I think that corresponds immediately to that photo that you showed. That's exactly the moving on part, right?
Yeah,
especially because the the marches of March 8th, they probably brought up a lot of those feelings. So maybe that's where that came from. So I don't see it as a drop. I see it as
and I think so. And like, look, Miles and Steph, they really support each other. They're a cute couple, and I'm only kidding. I'm half kidding. Like, look, I
understand the business part of things. Like, definitely,
it is, but it's a business thing. It's not that I really care one way or the other. Like, I think they're a cute couple, and I dig it.
I was less surprised because I am in certain what's it called close friends stories. So I get to see those things.
Right.
I can't believe she's dating a great
wrestler. You know. That was my drop of the week. So let's move on to some pops. Let's get out of here on a happy note, guys. Who's got a pop? Who's got something pleasant?
Everything sucks.
Leeds beat Norwich.
We are all meat right now.
I've got a pop.
Here's the thing. We negotiated with Iran and they were going to give us everything we wanted. And then we bombed the fuck out of them the next day.
The three letters in this show are not CNN. They're MMM.
You don't hear that CNN.
That's not why people come here.
You don't
hear people come here
for biting commentary on world geopolitics.
Just remember, delicious. Good
Is that the pop?
Totally missed the original run where basically this is the people came here and they had me doing this for about 3 hours.
My first pop is Tigres beating Monterrey. So yeah,
we covered that by the way.
Thank you. Yeah. No, for real.
We did our football minute. Bear. No.
Persephone, man. She is she's got aura, dude. Like I
go.
I saw her a few months ago, probably for the first time, and I was like, man, she's great. And then I started following her on Instagram, and like seen all of her matches, highlights, and stuff like that. I mean, she's 24. She's gonna be a star. Like she's still got some stuff to work. Well, she is a star right now, but I think she's just gonna get better. And
I think so.
She just screams potential, and it's cool seeing her on Dynamite now.
Well, that's the thing.
Rebecca's got her pop. The only pop I have is seeing you fellas every week. Oh,
Rebecca's my
Rebecca.
pop. And everyone else in the chat.
I think that's an interesting question. I would have thought if she had won today, it's a match that shouldn't have happened at all. It kept nothing. It did nothing for anyone because she was coming up from this high of the weekend. She won the championship. They all celebrated. They all took a photo at the end of it. It was amazing. I felt, inspired and happy because huge supporter of women's wrestling. So I felt like it was really good. And then she comes to AEW and I don't know what the fuck that was. I mean, what was the point of that fucking?
You expected a win.
Well, if you're gonna put her, then do back to back, motherfucker. Let's do this, right? I would have been happy with she being a TBS champion. Do you imagine
that's
the growth?
An old Jarrett family trick of if you come here, our belt is more important.
Well,
welcome.
Yeah, somebody was
Jarrett's in there, man. Jarrett's still probably got his. I think he's in the behind the scenes, isn't he?
Yeah, he's around.
Jarrett,
he's still wrestling.
Yeah. He talks to people
occasionally.
So the thing,
he's still throwing tortillas at people.
He's got his office job still.
So that's the.
And Rebecca,
thing, like,
this warms my heart. Like, look, if you're having a bad week, come hang out with friends. Talk about some dumbass wrestling. There's so much important and awful things going on in the world, and everything is super duper serious. Nothing here has to be serious, right, Byron? You come here, have some fucking fun, relax, talk about wrestling. This is the safe place.
You're cutting me
Tony's
off.
getting it now. Tony's getting it. The whole reason Byron's on the show is so someone can give him shit.
So anyway,
my pop is every bad thing that happens to me.
Oh my god!
Oh.
No, my pop is the ragdoll physics of WWE 2K26. That's actually a lot of fun. Just go on Twitter or social media and look it up. You see, it's funny. People fall off things.
That is kind of wrestling related.
$600
really
game that's broken.
But anyways, so
fun,
a large question here is, what was the offer that she got from WWE that they give her the dual contract at AEW/CMLL, and she gets the belt? And I think in their minds, giving her the rub with the TBS champion was something, which wasn't. But I think that was the point of it, right? Like, I think that's she must have gotten like some promises at WWE, and she should get them because she's 24 years old. If you put her on NXT and then like next year you have a star for the next 10, 12 years. I mean,
yeah.
I'm going to say this. I think she made the right choice.
Yes.
I think you put her on NXT right now, she gets lost in the shuffle. I think that she doesn't look as special. I think that aura doesn't shine through as well at NXT as what Bear is seeing right now on CMLL and AEW. I think even with the loss to Willow, that was stupid. That should have been a squash match for Purse. That should have been her moment. It was still done poorly, but out of respect to her. This is how Tony Khan likes to do it. He thinks that if you look strong in a loss or whatever, the sickos will love it and you'll get somewhere. I don't always agree with that. I think the booking and the story matters a little more than I think Tony Khan sees it. Tony Khan sees it as respect because, like, look, I'm giving you one of my dream matches. I can't take my belt off my champion right before this pay-per-view, but come on up. I'm going to give you one of my dream matches. And to him, that is a good thing. And that does show her respect. It doesn't show the right kind of respect because I don't think TK understands the right kind of respect, but it shows his kind of respect, which I think is a good thing. I think she's in his good graces. I think she's in the good graces down in CMLL. I think that they appreciate that she turned down the offer and that she stayed. And I think that she is the best thing that they have going right now. I mean, what are they going to do? Put the belt back on Tessa?
Probably.
No.
Wow. Well,
Yes, for the
well, next
culture.
week. Well, and you know what I like also? It's CMLL is so like it has a process, right? So she's gonna be a champion for at least 18 months, right? So we're gonna get to see that. We're gonna get to see that develop for a while. So yeah.
And even in that loss, I mean, she got Willow up for that.
She did. Like there was,
you know, I mean, that was impressive. I mean, and she got some character work in when she got that pin. I mean, she came off and her facial expressions were great too. I mean, like that's part of what really draws me in is she's got great facial expressions. Like she can sell just, you know, without. She can sell the little things.
Did you watch the CMLL match when she wins?
Not yet. It's on my I want to. I just haven't gotten to it yet. But I want to.
I'm not gonna spoil. I already spoiled the finish, but the reaction she has when she wins, it will get you, bro. Like if you really already like her that much, you have no idea because she breaks, and at the same time she is the character herself, and then it's the crowd. Like she gets that moment right. It's I loved it because she screams so hard, like it's that step right that she got. Now she has to get used to that so that she can go and do like crazier and get to like, you know, an AEW champion, because that's the eventual goal, right?
Well, and I think CMLL is a great place to kind of work with that, you know, because like we talk about Statlander, who's having like kind of a hard time with trying to figure out how to carry yourself as a champion and not being prepared for it. You know, to be fair, AEW needs some kind of place where they can develop, and whether that's sending people down to CMLL or using ROH or something, they need to have some place where people can get practice reps before. But I'm thinking like even practice reps just being a champion before they make it to the main roster. So
well, she just did ROH last week, didn't she? I mean, it aired last week.
Yeah. She did, yes. And I think I'm saying I think what they're doing with her is great for her development because she's going to be the CML champ for a while, and that's going to teach her how to be a champion. So by the time she makes it up to the AEW roster and you put a belt on her, she's already going to have experience being the main person down in the promotion.
I mean, that is absolutely something that you should do. But at the same time, we should not diminish the CMLL that much. Because
I'm not.
Even Triple S, you know, Mega Championship is an IC championship, right? At least. So, you know, that I thought tonight that's what we will get. That my mid-card championship is your top belt, right? So I thought that's what I'm only kind of like. But it's
but I think that's part of what was happening there is you were being told, and whether Tony Khan realizes it or not, but you were being told that a CMLL title is sub to the mid-card title of AEW.
That's right. Yeah.
Is this
those ROH feet on this? It's just that thing.
Is that one of those other things though, where like he thinks the TBS title is just like a half tier below the world title? I mean,
I don't know that Tony Khan thinks that.
You don't think so? Because he had it on Jade forever, and she was a whole spectacle, and then it was on Mercedes forever.
I gotta tell you,
she's a big draw.
Knowing Thunder, when that TBS title was on Jade, there was plenty of times where Jade was the one on Dynamite, and Thunder was on Battle of the Belts on Saturday, buried, you know, as an afterthought, and she was the main champion, and Jade was the TBS champion. That's what I'm saying. So to TK, I think TK sees a belt as a belt. And I think at times he loses sight of the fact that belts should have a little bit of hierarchy to them, or else your main belt doesn't mean
no. They absolutely should have, because it's supposed to be the basis of your organization, that you even have to bring, you know, wins or losses. So that's also, you know, you have in other
there
sports.
Was a couple of times where Mercedes headlined over Tony when Tony had the main belt, and it was part of the problem with when Statlander got the belt was that Mercedes still had the other belt. It's a little bit of an issue, but at the same time, I think he's also saying that whatever you want to do, my belts are still more important. All right,
I think
I gotta a pop
You
situation.
have a whole nother section for us to do.
No,
It's 3
I'm
hours.
just finishing my pops. I haven't done
We're
my
still
pops.
on pops and drops, and we're complaining about CMLL titles.
I haven't finished my pops. So my number 2 runner-up pop.
You have 2 of them.
They're Byron
I
this
got
week.
3 of them, but only
My
one's
God.
my main pop. My runner-up, Fletcher Speedball. That's all I got to say. Loved it.
That was great.
Great. I could watch
Fletcher
that.
has a
forever.
great Michinoku driver.
Byron.
No, but look, this is the whole point. It was one of those moments where I forgot all the bad stuff and the bullshit for a few minutes, and I sat back before we were getting ready to do this. I wasn't looking at my notes anymore. I just enjoyed wrestling for a few minutes. It was great. Loved it. The other one, which I thought Tony would get to, but didn't, but it's a runner-up for me, is I was stoked to hear that Thunder Rosa is going to do Gringo Loco's The World on Lucha in Vegas during WrestleCon week. That's super duper great. That's an awesome show. It almost makes me sad that I'm not going to WrestleMania this week, but I think for the people who are, make sure you go to the show 11 a.m. Thursday on that WrestleCon.
And make sure you get there early.
This show is
I'm not saying I know the order of the matches, but make sure you get there early if you want to see Thunder Rosa.
Well, people got to run around and make their money other places too. So getting in and getting out is smart. Does she have an opponent for this yet? Do we know? Or are you allowed to say? Is anyone allowed to say?
I'm not allowed to say it. I'm not allowed to say it.
I'm not allowed to say it.
Okay. Anyway, that was my runner-up pop. I think that is going to be a really good time, and happy to see 2 friends of the show working together, and for Thunder to get on a GCW card. That's not something that
I know, man. I for a second there, I thought it wasn't going to happen, but it has.
Yeah, it's great that it worked out. And it's cool that she's getting to go out there too, because I know she makes real good money if she sits at a table at WrestleCon. So hopefully she's sitting down, and if she does, go talk to her, because she's almost Jeff Hardy level if you go do spend some money at her table.
She just doesn't do the thing right because she doesn't coordinate that. Have you seen the videos when she tries to do it? She's supposed to be like this, and she always does this for whatever reason.
She has some weird gaps in her brown people-ness where you think she's gonna have some soul, and it's like the soul missed you on that one, Thunder. What happened? But my real pop of the week. Sometimes you got to admit when you're wrong, folks. Sometimes you got to eat a little crow.
Thank you.
And here at the MMM show on Pops and Drops, sometimes somebody deserves to get their flowers who you have completely dismissed, ridiculed, and told to leave the entire business because they suck ass.
I've been waiting for this day for a long time.
So, Byron, I know how you appreciate validation.
Yeah.
This is not for you. This is for Kalani Jordan. I have in the past hated the level and style of physicality that Kalani Jordan has presented in her matches. I have just thought it was absolute weak sauce. The gymnast thing was terrible. The moves did not look effective. And it's like, look, when you're watching wrestling, we know it's simulated, but like, man, I was watching this UWF match earlier. That was what? Who was it? Medusa, and I don't even remember, but it's like one of these Japanese shoot fight style things. And I'm just like, yeah, I want to see more of that. And guess what? On NXT this weekend, which was a decent pay-per-view, by the way, Lola Vice and Kalani Jordan in the underground match where they take all the ropes off and they pretend to do MMA. And this is the style that was started in Japan with UWF a long time ago. That's kind of this pan-craze hybrid MMA thing. And we know it's a total work when they do it in the underground. But Lola, who is Valerie Laredo as an MMA fighter, was amazing. Yeah, see, even Daniel agrees. It's a great match. She is a legit shoot fighter. She's got knockouts. She's got great MMA highlights. Go check them out under her shoot name, Valerie Laredo. She gets it. It's exactly what we were talking about with Marina earlier, that they didn't do for Marina. They didn't create a real way for her to showcase what she does. For this underground match, they turned the lights down. It looked seedy and grimy. You couldn't see the punches missing, but they were throwing for real, but not for real. And Kalani actually figured it out. She figured out how to do some shit that looked physical, that looked mean, that looked like she actually wanted to beat somebody's ass. For the first time since I've been watching this girl over the last 2 years, I was actually convinced that she was in there trying to fight somebody. It looked good. Now, Lola, of course, made her look great. All the credit really does go to Lola, but you know, you need a good dance partner. And I have hated on this girl. I enjoyed that match. I thought they did a great job. It would have also been insane for her to win, so I'm glad she didn't win and Lola still won. She's 4-0 in these underground matches, and that should be her match. She should take that all the way into main roster. She should take it into AAA. Like, these matches work. She looks great doing them. She knows how to do it. The style is right for her. I love the whole style with the no pitfalls. It's either knockout or submission. It gives you a little break from the standard norm, and it was a phenomenal match. And it was just like the Fletcher and Speedball thing tonight. It was a moment where I, for 15 minutes, got to sit down and actually enjoy this shit and not just be looking at what was wrong. What were you gonna say, Meef?
I just said Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, like
that in this life.
Lord Savior.
Every now and then, wrestling is still fun. Every now and then, I still like it. Bear still likes Persephone. I still like to see these underground matches and Fletcher and Speedball. Tony still likes the Tigres. Byron is still.
Hey, no, I like AAA a lot. Actually, I'm looking forward to the Rey de Reyes pay-per-view. I think it's going to be.
I got more of the week anyway, which was the return of Phantasma's proper finishing move,
which is.
As much as Mr. Iguana didn't want to bring his leg down,
right,
and get the double, because Stat does it, doesn't she? She does the single leg hook on the.
She does a single
tombstone.
leg, yeah.
But like Phantasma's is the proper, and JD McDonough, whatever his name is,
McDonald's.
He stole Penta's finishing move in when he used to wrestle on the Indies.
You should call him Big Arch.
Yeah.
From now on.
I thought that would have been Justin's drop of the week. Would have been Finn Balor being turned on by his fellow Irishman. That is a ginger on ginger cake crime.
But I told you before, my whole deal with Finn Balor is he means nothing to me. He's dead to me. I have nothing to say about Finn Balor anymore. He's dead to me.
You not love him now? He's got a storyline.
Love who?
He's going to be the champion of Mexico soon.
Yeah,
I think so. I think that's what it's going to go. Well, then the interesting thing on that is what they're going to do with Big Kingo, because evidently they don't want him. I don't know. I don't think Dom is going to drop the belt. We can talk about it next week.
Finn is going to cost Dom the match against Vikingo.
Oh my God, in Mexico? You know how over Finn is in Mexico?
I think Finn is probably your next AAA mega champion.
He has to be way over everywhere except WWE TV.
Yeah.
Probably.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate that.
Maybe because of Danhausen's curse in the WWE universe, maybe Finn somehow wins the Mega Championship and then he'll fight Vikingo. That'd help Finn out in Mexico a bit.
Maybe.
So what you're saying is that we're never going to have a Mexican champion again, as long as, born in Mexico, because Dominic is Mexican adjacent.
Yeah, but I mean, look, if you have a chance to put a name like Finn Balor on your title and then make, No,
I'm all for it. Also,
make
I think
Wagner or La Parca or somebody else off of him down the line, that is absolutely the right call.
I know, Danny, I was going to get to that point, but Justin did not let me finish.
I know.
He is Mexican because he's
Justin is my drop of the week. Let him finish.
He is married to a Mexican, so he is Mexican.
Irish demon in Mexico. All right, so here's my final thought.
The whole link between Mexico and Ireland anyway,
I know, yes. We have
the Irish were brought in by the Americans to fight the Mexicans and went, nah, fuck this. We don't agree with this, actually. This is wrong.
Nope.
And join
we
them.
actually like these people.
Well, Rebecca, funny that you should say that because they didn't hire me again. I've tried a couple times, but
they can't
they don't
handle
like
me.
good ideas, so they don't want me. But here's my final thought of the week. And I think I told you guys this earlier. Forrest Gump is the ultimate movie about white male privilege. Think about this for a minute.
Oh, man.
Now he's making it political.
You can almost be handicap level mentally. Like you're this close to being just mentally disabled, but yet because you're a white man from moderate breeding, you can still be a war hero. You can meet 4 or 5 presidents. You can start a multi-million-dollar company. And you can watch all the colored, disabled, and female people around you whose lives just completely go to shit. It's that easy if you're a white man.
I've never seen that.
You're kind of describing Jake Paul right now.
Jake Paul is the modern day Forrest Gump.
Didn't he get to have a
MIQ.
girlfriend? He had a girlfriend who got
Trump just endorsed him for like some kind of political office.
Your next governor. No, Federal Reserve chair.
Right. So Jake Paul is the next Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Until next time, stay calm and stay in the mix.
penis.